Maple Heights apartment versus Aaron Simpson, no relation.
Morning, Your Honor. Alex Tolzman on behalf of the plaintiff.
Do you hear? They are not here. I don't have counsel. I don't know. Did you guys pay for, well, a couple of things. I don't have service at all.
I don't have the proof of service. I was able to check on the ROA this morning and it does say posted. However, our summons indicates a 10 a.m. Time for today, not an 8:30. So that might be part of the problem as well.
You said you checked online. It says posted. Why isn't mine saying posted?
It's a 4 case, Your Honor. We haven't.
Oh, that's why we got to do something about that.
Posted, so.
When did they put that on?
JS.
I filed. Okay, put that down. My file should be updated, but I don't. And counsel, you didn't pay for second service.
I believe we did.
Of course. You see second service. All right. Okay. It's a wonderful thing when I set up my file's not right. If you could please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, go ahead with your proofs.
This is a non-payment case. Although, as I indicated, I think there's an issue with the summons on this one as well. So I think at this point, I would just request to adjourn it. I don't have an updated ledger from my property manager either. So there's a bunch of issues this
That's
morning.
weird because mine. Okay, it's just gonna be one of those days because my summons indicates, my copy of the summons indicates 8:30. But if
See anything that says 10 a.m.
you don't see anything, but there, she's saying hers was, so I'll adjourn this out. What's my date? I'm gonna adjourn this to May 15th, 2026. What time? 2 p.m. That's an in-person hearing. I'll just set it for the second hearing. Because it looks like everything is, well, I don't know what it looks like, quite frankly.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day.
Well, too late, but thank you. I will. You too.
A better day, a better day.
Yeah, all right. Park at Sagebrush Circle versus Derek Waters II. And also Nina Martinez.
Good morning, Your Honor. Jim McCardle on behalf of the plaintiff.
After.
Waters, Martinez. No response. If you'd like to take a default, please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do, Your Honor.
All right, go ahead.
The rent to retain is $3,665.49. The costs are $236 for a total of $3,901.49. We're asking for a writ date of May 18th.
Give me that total again, counsel.
The total is $3,901.49.
Yeah. Judgment to the plaintiff. That's by default for possession. Redemption amount
Thank
is
you,
any
Judge.
amount with the writ to issue in 10 days. Thank you.
Thank you.
Westridge Mobile Home Park versus Michelle Cates.
Again, Jim McCardle on behalf of the plaintiff.
And I'm Anthony Hedger, the actual tenant. My mother just owns it.
All right. So Michelle Cates is your mother?
Yes.
All right. All right. What is plaintiff's claim in this case?
The rent to retain is $1,440.83. Costs are $183 for a total of $1,623.83. We're seeking a possession only, not a money judgment.
All right, sir. What was your name again, sir?
Anthony Hedger.
Okay. And when do you intend on getting that paid?
Within the next week. Full payment amount. The $1,623.80 he just mentioned.
You're going to pay that by what date?
It could be by next Friday, the 15th.
All right, I'll adjourn this out, May 15th, 2023, 26, 23. I want to go backwards in time. At 1 p.m. Sir, the earlier you get it paid, the better, so that plaintiff
Right.
knows they may dismiss. Or if you can pay it Thursday, that would be great also. All right,
Will do. Thank you.
thank you.
Your Honor, is that Zoom or in person?
That is in person.
Thank
Okay.
you, Judge. Have a nice day. I'll see you later.
All right. Arbor Knoll versus Woodard, Westridge versus Rivera Acala. Westridge Mobile Home Park versus Jose Amaya. And Westridge Mobile Home Park versus Luis Jarquin. All those matters are dismissed on plaintiff's motion without prejudice. I think that might be it for you guys. They left. Okay, bye. Arbor Manor versus Salim Al Harja.
Morning, Your Honor. James Fink for the plaintiff.
They're here.
And also Hala Al Rasani.
Your Honor, good morning. Yasser Faris on behalf of Hala Arasasi.
All right, I need a camera. And state your
Yes.
name again.
Yasser Faris.
You're an attorney for them?
No, Your Honor. I'm the legal guardian for Hala Arasasi per the file number 25-001-055-GA.
So you've been appointed guardian in probate court?
I am the legal guardian for Hala Arasasi. That's correct.
Okay. So if you'll listen to my question, you were given guardianship in probate court.
Yes.
Mr. Finkin, you guys have knowledge of this at all, or?
No, I don't, Your Honor. And could we just, I thought I heard him give 7 digits. Could we confirm the court, the county, and the case number?
What county were you granted guardianship, sir?
Washington, Your Honor.
Okay, and which judge signed your letters of authority or your guardianship papers?
The judge name Julia B.
Outside.
Odzai.
Okay,
I'm looking
and
right
can
now,
you
Your
give the,
Honor.
pardon?
I'm looking right now.
Okay,
And I do have the file number if you need it again.
It's correct, Your Honor. There's a full guardianship. The case, the petitioner was Attorney Battles, and the letters were issued on 10/14/25.
Correct.
all right. All right, what would you like to do, Mr. Fink?
Well, the guardian's here, Judge. I think we should set it for a second hearing.
Yes, all right. I'll adjourn this matter to May 15th, 2026, 12 noon. That's an in-person hearing, sir. All right. What I may
But-
suggest that you do is you contact Mr. Fink's office to see if this can be resolved prior to that date.
What time, Your Honor, again? Sorry.
12 noon
On date.
on the 15th, next Friday.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And Your
Thank
Honor,
you.
just for your records and Mr. Faris, the total as of today, including
Yes.
costs, is $2,023 even, 2023.00.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Arbor Manor versus the Yona Allen.
James Fink.
Or Diana.
Hi, Your Honor.
Okay, there you are. All right. What is plaintiff's claim in this case? Hello.
Including costs is $3,950.
All right, Ms. Allen, how are you intending on getting that paid?
I was gonna do a payment for 1,000 today. Then I was gonna do additional payment on the 15th. And I honestly was just gonna
How much are
see.
you gonna pay? How much are you gonna pay on the 15th?
I can probably pay up to like $600-700 on the 15th. Cause I get paid twice a month. I work for a school.
Okay. What I'll do is I'll adjourn this out to May 15th, 2026 at 12 noon. That's an in-person hearing. I'm going to
Okay.
suggest in the meantime that what you do is contact Mr. Fink's office to see if you can work something out in terms of a payment plan.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Avalon Housing versus Randall McCaleb.
James Swing for the plaintiff.
Okay, yes, sir. Well, hold on. He's on the sheet. What's it say?
For Mr. McCain.
Are you sure? Because I don't.
Indicates that he. So it's.
Okay. It does indicate that he has that he had one.
And I have the
You have an update. Okay, well,
still needed from the client. Faith in Action is working on it. Also waiting on a letter of lease from the landlord to verify the balance owed for application.
did you hear any of that? When
No,
did that update?
Amy just sent me a team message.
Oh, God, this is, say that again.
Intake was on 5/4, document retrieval stage, a few documents needed from client, which Faith in Action has some. Also waiting for letter of release from the landlord to verify the ledger balance owed for application.
You hear that, Mr. Frank?
No, sir. Your Honor, I trust you to paraphrase reasonably accurately.
What'd you say?
I trust you to paraphrase it.
Yeah, well, you don't want me to paraphrase this because I don't know. It just came in.
The intake was on Monday, 5/4. It's in the document retrieval stage. A few documents are needed from the client, which Faith in Action has some. Also waiting for ledger and lease from the landlord to verify the ledger balance owed for the application.
Sounds like they're in the middle of a process, maybe.
You check the notes there. I don't have any notes from the client, Your Honor. Usually Avalon gives pretty detailed notes, as you
I
know.
know.
They're not in the
The
business
wor-
of evictions.
Yeah. But they're not here, so I will leave it to whatever your choice is, Mr. Frank. I can either issue a default or we can adjourn it out.
Just to make it clean, I guess I'd like to take the judgment, but let's move the redemption date from the 18th to the 25th.
All right, very good. Go ahead, sir. Oh, do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir, I do. Your Honor, this is an action for non-payment of rent. The defendant owes $2,709.04. The costs are $132 for a total of $2841.04. This is possession only. I've marked it with a writ to issue. If that amount is not paid on or before May 25th, I will add into line 10, Your Honor, that we'll set aside the judgment if paid.
All right, very good. Judgment to the plaintiff, that's by default for possession. Redemption amount, any amount requested with a writ to issue the 25th. Avalon Housing versus Ronald Wilson.
James Fink for the plaintiff.
They are not checked in. You may proceed.
Your Honor, I actually thought I saw Mr. Wilson on the screen earlier.
We had an RW signed in.
RW, is that?
No, we did not see it.
Ronald Wilson? I don't know. We don't have him.
Oh, I see it. There's a Raquel Webster. Maybe that was it. This is an action for non-payment. The rent due is $2,700 $9.04. The costs are $132 for a total of $2841.04. We request a default judgment with the writ to issue after the statutory period.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession, redemption amount, any amount requested, writ to issue 10 days. Forrest Dole versus Ahmad Ajin.
James,
There.
plaintiff.
Hey, good morning.
Okay, I'll need a camera, sir. What is the, thank you. What is the plaintiff's claim?
Excuse me. Total is 3852.
3852.
Yes, sir.
All right. Sir, how are you intending on getting that paid?
So my goal is, I talked to the people at the office. I was trying to come to like an agreement with them stating that I want to leave the apartment. And then I just want to know like what type of payment options I can do. And just like
All right. Well, when were you think you were planning on leaving?
I can leave by the end of this month.
Okay. I'm going to suggest that what you do, I'm going to put it out 1 week. I'm going to suggest that what you do is contact plaintiff's counsel's office, see if you can work something out in terms of a move out.
Okay.
And then payment of the back arrearage.
Okay. And then how do I contact,
On your papers, there is a number for Mr. Fink's office.
okay.
Plaintiff's
Okay. And I just contact them.
and
Okay.
that's the number that you use. I'll
Okay,
adjourn
thank
this
you.
out May 15th, 2026, 12 noon. 12 noon. That's an in-person hearing, sir, so you'll need to come down to the courthouse. Okay?
Okay. And then if we get everything arranged, I don't have to go, right? Like if everything gets
No,
settled.
you'll still need to come down to arrange everything, otherwise the default will be taken.
Okay. And that's next Friday at 12.
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Forrest Knoll versus Antonio Elliott.
James Fink for the plaintiff.
Good morning, Your Honor, and Mr. Fink. Tracy Jensen for Antonio Elliott.
Hello, Miss Jensen.
How are you?
I'm good. All right. I have a note that client was approved for funding in the amount of $1,161. I'm assuming that's 80 cents.
I think it's
like
1618.
1618. Okay, that must be it. I don't know why I have an extra dollar sign or an extra dollar, but okay. So 1618. They were approved on May 5th, 2026. Says here an electronic fund transfer was issued to the landlord on 5/6.
Your Honor, I believe this is fully paid. Barrier Busters payment should have gone through by now, and then the client has made the additional payment. I sent all the proofs to the Fink team this morning. I'm hoping we can dismiss.
Not today.
You don't have every
money.
Your client didn't receive the Barrier Busters funds then, or?
Not as of yesterday when we got the checklist. So that would be let's see, 1618. 350 short.
Oh, okay. So
the total's 1968, Ms. Jensen.
Okay, the most recent ledger I have did not reflect that. And all right, let's adjourn.
May 15th, 2026, 12 noon. In person. All right. Thank you.
Your Honor, may I have a really important family medical issue happening that day. Would it be possible?
If you just let my staff know, we'll take care of it in terms of a Zoom.
Why don't we just make it the 22nd?
That's fine.
That way we can make sure we get the funds. If Ms. Jensen knows they're coming, then let's save everybody one appearance.
May 22nd.
Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate it. Thanks, Mr. Fink.
It's at 1 p.m. Not a problem.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Forrest Knoll versus Taya Blackman.
James Fink for the plaintiff.
Hello,
Hello, your name?
Taya Blackman.
All right. And what's plaintiff's claim?
$1,177.
All right, Ms. Blackman, how are you intending on getting that paid?
I paid 895 of that yesterday. And the rest of it are fees that the leasing office, one of the person in the leasing offices said would be removed, but the leasing or the the property manager isn't back in the office until Monday, so I can't talk to her about the remaining until Monday, but I paid the 895 of the rent that's owed. The rest of it is just I think they're court fees or something like
So
that.
you paid 895 yesterday,
Yep.
and Mr. Fink, your tally probably doesn't reflect that if that was paid.
It does not.
I have I guess I have the receipt with me right now. I don't know if showing
Well,
that on camera
ma'am,
would do anything.
that's not going to do any of us any good. Here's what I'm
Okay.
going to do. I'm going to May 15th, 2026 at 12 noon. That's an in-person hearing, but if you paid the majority of it, and if there's some agreement, Mr. Fink will check with that, then maybe this matter can be dismissed. If not, then you need to be here on that date at that time, okay?
Okay, and then will the leasing office or the property manager, she would be the one to tell me if I need to show up or not?
Well, I'm telling you, you need to show up, but if
Oh.
everything is taken care of, then you don't need to be here, but you need to check with them to make sure.
Okay.
All right, thank
All
you.
right. Thank you. Bye.
Forrest Knoll versus Arlene Bonner.
James Fink for the plaintiff.
Ms. Bonner, oh, I think there she is. Ms. Bonner, if you could unmute and state your name, please.
Okay. Arlene Bonner.
Thank you. What is plaintiff's claim?
$1,630.
You broke up there. 1,000.
630.
630. All right. All right, Ms. Bonner, how are you going to get that paid?
I get paid every 2 weeks. I get paid every 2 weeks. I just gave them 1,400 this past Monday. I can have it paid by I'll say the 29th. That's a Friday, the 29th.
Twenty-ninth is a Friday. All right, here's what I will do. I'm going to adjourn this out 1 week because you're entitled to that, to the 15th, 2026 at 12 noon. Okay?
Okay.
And I'm going to suggest that you contact the plaintiff's attorney's office or your landlord and see if you can work something out that will get you to the 29th.
Okay.
All right? That
Yeah,
hearing on Friday is in person.
Okay.
All right?
Yes.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hamilton Crossing 1 versus Crystal Stanley and John Stanley and Jordan Hanley.
James Fink for the plaintiff.
Yes, hi, Judge.
Oh, there she is. Okay. Miss Stanley is here. Okay.
Yeah.
And what is plaintiff's claim in this case?
1,024 even.
All right, Miss Stanley, how are you guys going to get that paid?
There actually was a mix-up. I need to talk to them, which I've emailed them and everything, but I can have it fully paid by the 20th.
Okay, but you think there's some mix-up? And when you're
Yeah.
saying you need, who is the them that you're referring to? Is that the landlord office?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, here's what I'll do.
Okay.
I'm gonna adjourn this to the 15th, 1 week, 2026 at 12 noon. That's an in-person hearing. Contact your landlord, see if you can get whatever mix-up there is straightened out, and also contact, if necessary, the plaintiff's attorney's office. See if you can work it out where they can get you to that date where you can pay it off, okay?
Okay, sir. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Have a good weekend.
You do the same. Thank you.
Hamilton Crossing 1 versus Tammy Evans.
James Fink for the
Tammy
plan.
Evans?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, where, oh, there you are. We didn't have her name on. All right. What is plaintiff's claim on this one?
$3,687.
All right, Ms. Evans, how are you
Yes, Your
getting
Honor.
that paid?
I have half now, but I was trying to get more time because I know this month started, so they added this month. But I have a few issues myself, but I don't have a problem that I owe the money, but I do have issues that I need to address.
What are they?
I've been asking for things to be fixed and they haven't been fixed. And it's raining inside my bedroom where I asked them to fix. They have never fixed. Every time it rains hard, it rains inside my window.
So it's the bedroom window?
Yes.
Okay, what else?
Your Honor,
Oh,
if I
and
could just clarify, is the bedroom ceiling leaking or just the windows?
it's it's at the top of the window. I guess I don't know if that's the ceiling. It's not the ceiling. It's the top of the window inside the window area.
Okay. Anything else?
All right.
Yes. My washing machine, my dryer, it sound like trucks. My dishwasher, they came to do something, but then he wet up the floor and he said it doesn't work and never came back. So even though I don't use the dishwasher, it's a scent that's sitting in there that needs to be taken care of that they won't do anything about.
Okay, anything else?
No.
All right. So here's what I'm gonna do. And you say you have half of it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, what is the total amount that you have?
I have 1,500.
Okay, so here's what I want you to do. Get the 1,500 over to the landlord by Monday, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And Mr. Fink, I'm sure is gonna get in touch with his client to check on these issues that you have, okay?
Yes.
And then I'm going to adjourn your case out to May 15th, 2026 at 12 noon. That's an in-person hearing, so you'll need to come down to the courthouse and then we'll see if we can get this whole thing resolved for you, okay?
Okay. Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Hamilton Crossing 2. Hamilton Crossing 2 versus Lancy Kaba.
James Fink for the plaintiff.
Hi, I'm Fatima Kappa. I'm representing for Lansini Kappa. I'm one of the
I'm sorry?
I'm Fatima Kappa. I'm one of the residents of the home.
Okay. All right. What is plaintiff's claim?
$1,952.
All right. Ma'am, how is that? How are you guys intending on getting that paid?
I should be getting that paid by the end of the month by my job, but I do have a complaint.
Okay. What's your complaint?
I lost my job due to there being excessive mold in my bathroom to the point where it got me sick and I lost both of my jobs, and is the reason why I have been late on rent.
Okay. Did they get that taken care of in your bathroom?
Yes, they just got it taken care of, like, I believe last month. After about a few years, all they would do is come and paint over it.
Okay.
And
So what do you want? What would you like to see done? Not that it can't be.
I would like a little bit more time because I have talked to the office about me getting sick due to it, and they still
Then
take their
here's what
time.
I'm going to do. I'm going to adjourn this out to May 15th, 2026 at 12 noon.
Okay, thank you.
Is there anything that you can pay between now and then?
No, not at the moment, but I'm working
All
on
right.
it.
Then you'll need to contact the plaintiff's office, plaintiff's attorney's office, see what they'll work out for you. Understood?
Okay. Yes.
All right, next Friday at noon, that's an in-person hearing.
All
Thank
right,
you. New Park Ridge versus Sydney Dodd.
James Fink for the plaintiff.
Sydney Dodd,
Here, can you hear me?
I can hear you, cannot see you, but we can hear you. I'll need a camera. What is plaintiff's claim?
$1,647.
Ma'am, how were you intending on getting that paid? Oh, there she is. Okay, Miss Dodd, you'll need to unmute.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you and see you now.
Okay.
The claim, you may have dropped out, but the claim is $1,647. When can you
Yes.
get that paid?
I'm working with community resources right now. They're helping me to get it paid.
What community resources?
Through my job through Trinity Health. Because I went down in my hours. So I'm able to still pay rent like going forward, but I'm just trying to catch up.
Okay, so you're working through Trinity?
Yes. And then I also filled out an SCR as well. I'm just waiting to hear back from them.
All right, so what you'll need to do, I'm going to adjourn this out to May 15th, 2026 at 12 noon.
Okay.
All right. What you will need to do is there's a form in your packet called a rental assistance form. You'll need to fill that out, put the information on, including the SCR tracking number.
Okay.
And get that to the court by Wednesday.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. And so we're set on the 15th at noon.
15th at noon.
Is there anything between now and then that you can pay?
I will be able to pay something next week. I just have to seek. So when I went down in my hours, I'm down to 2 days a week. So I'm trying to see what my check will be. But I'll try to put most of it towards it on next Friday.
All right. Very good.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
New Park Ridge Apartments versus Alana Armstead.
James Fink for the plaintiff.
Hello.
Hello, Ms. Armstead. All right. What is plaintiff's claim?
$997.
That's what this month added.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. How are you going to get that paid?
I just had my intake with Hawk on the 5th, and I'm waiting to hear back from him. And I also filled out the SCR form.
All that's on the sheet is the intake on the 5th. Okay. And you're waiting to see what, ma'am?
I did the SCR form, and I got the tracking number for that. So I'm waiting to hear something back from them too, as well.
All right. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to adjourn it to the 15th, 2026 at 12 noon. You'll need to, because you have Hawk and also, or at least are applying to Hawk and the SCR, there's a rental assistance form in your packet. You'll need to fill that out and submit that to the court by Wednesday.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
We'll see you on the 15th. Thank you.
Have a good one.
You too. New Park Ridge versus Tiffany Tucson.
James Fink for the plaintiff.
Tiffany Tucson. They are not here. You may proceed.
This is an action for non-payment of rent. The amount due for rent is $407. The costs are $176 for a total of $583.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession. Redemption amount in the amount requested. Writ to issue in 10 days. Strong Future Homes versus Jamila Williams.
James Fink for the plaintiff.
Where's Miss Williams? Okay. You need to unmute, Miss Williams.
Hello?
Hello. There you are. Okay, we got you.
All right.
All right. Mr. Fink, what is the claim in this case?
$1,797, sir.
All right. Miss Williams, how are you intending on getting that paid?
Your Honor, I would like to ask if I can either set it for default so that I can try to do a hardship through my job or set up a COD with the apartment complex?
Okay, so you got to get yourself. I think I'm understanding. You got to get yourself into a position where you can claim hardship, and then there might be some assistance through your job.
Correct.
Okay. Strange world we live in. All
I
right,
know,
here's
right?
what I'm going to do. Let me adjourn this out. And
Oh,
ma'am,
no.
hey, well, ma'am, just listen to me, please.
Okay.
I'm going to adjourn it out to next week. Contact plaintiff's office and see if they'll work something out with you to get yourself into that position so that you can try to claim the hardship.
Okay. The only way that I'll be able to claim the hardship is that I will have a default from the court. It's through my 401k hardship. And so I guess that's
Okay, but you also said a COD would do.
yes.
Okay, I can't do a COD just by magic today. That's why I'm
Okay.
telling you to contact plaintiff's counsel's office in the next week so you
Okay.
can get the necessary paperwork to try to claim the hardship.
Okay.
Your Honor, could we
Yes,
do
sir.
FCR 4.201J now? And if we can get it resolved, maybe we can just submit.
Yes, okay. Ma'am, if you come to an agreement and it's submitted to the court after the signing of the judgment, you have 3 business days from that date. If you believe that there's some misunderstanding, some confusion, or some right you didn't assert, you have those 3 business days to move this court to set that aside. You understand that?
No, I didn't quite understand what you were saying.
Okay. If you enter into either a judgment with the plaintiff or a conditional order of dismissal,
Okay.
you have 3 days from the date of my signing of that document to move this court to set that aside. If
Okay.
for whatever reason you believe that there's some confusion on your part, some misunderstanding, some right you didn't assert, you have those 3 business days after my signing to set it aside.
Okay.
You
Got it.
understand that now?
Yes, sir.
Ms.
I'll
Williams,
adjourn it.
Yes.
Go.
sorry, Your Honor. If you go
Go ahead.
online, find my email and send me an email today with your email and cell phone number, we'll try to help you out.
Okay. Sounds good.
May 15, 2026 at 12 noon. That's an
All
in-person hearing. All right,
all right.
make sure to contact them, ma'am. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
The Haven versus Raymond Stewart and Morgan Jaron.
James Sink for the plaintiff.
Mr.
I'm here.
Stewart?
Yes.
Okay. All right, what is plaintiff's claim?
$4,595.82.
Okay, somebody interrupted you, stepped over you. What was it?
4595.82.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Stewart, how are you intending on getting that paid?
I just paid it in the last hour.
You did? The whole thing?
Yes. Yes.
All right. Here's what I'll do. They wouldn't have that yet. So I'm going to set this to May 15th, 2026 at 12 noon. That's an in-person hearing. So double check with your landlord, make sure they got it paid. If everything's paid off, they're going to dismiss the case.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. And The Haven versus Jeffrey Perry.
James Sink for the plaintiff.
Mr. Perry? Okay, there you go. All right. What is plaintiff's claim?
$4,260.52.
All right, Mr. Perry, how are you intending on getting that paid?
Well, first, I have a lot of issues with the unit that I've been letting them know about for the last about 4 or 5 months, but they refuse to do anything about it. And I would say some of it's pretty serious.
All right, what kinds of things are we talking about?
All right, one, I had suspect of mold inside the unit because
Is
about
there any
once.
particular place that's located?
In the bathrooms, I believe upstairs bathrooms, downstairs bathrooms. I guess there's a lot of moisture in there. But when I turn the shower on,
Okay, what else? Mold? What
yeah,
else?
mold, washer and dryer isn't working. The washer is actually leaking on the neighbor's head downstairs. So the neighbors downstairs complain about it.
All right, what else?
We have what else? The upstairs bathroom, the pipes are vibrating and leaking down to the downstairs bathroom.
What else?
And inside of both bathrooms, upstairs and downstairs, there's some type of gooey residue that's dripping from the walls that I asked for them to fix. Maybe they have to detox the place and scrub it down and repaint it. But it's not done. So I don't know what it is, but it's some gooey like
Well, if you don't know what it is, you don't know how to repair it. What else is on your list?
yeah. I think that is it. Let me see.
All right. Mr. Fink's got that. They'll check on
I
that.
do, Your Honor, and I also have a note that says there's been 2 mold tests with no mold reported, and that he has not responded to requests for maintenance to come look at the other things, but I will pass this on. I'll make sure we have documentation, and we'll be back on the 15th.
Yes, I'll set this for the 15th, 2026, 12 noon,
Thank you.
sir. And
Yes.
is there anything that you can pay between now and then, sir?
Yes.
Okay, how much?
I could pay $1,500. So are they going to be required to get this stuff done? Because that's the whole issue in the first place. That they're not. They refusing to get these things done. Maintenance to come by,
All
and
right,
then
here's what
they'll
I'm
say
gonna
they'll be
do.
back, but they don't
If you
come
don't
back.
want to pay the money, they just said they're gonna come over and do it.
Yeah, they've been saying
If
that for the
you-
last.
I'm asking, all right, here's what I'm gonna do, sir. I'm not gonna sit here and argue with you this morning. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set it for noon. It's an in-person hearing. You need to get here. We'll talk about it and then do that. You pay whatever you think you can pay since you won't answer my question between now and then. Otherwise, we'll just take it from there. All right, thank you. Have a great weekend.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Arbor Woods versus Lachey Bishop.
Good morning, Your Honor. Rachel Dornbush, Pallet Swap, P78301 on behalf of the plaintiff.
Not checked in. We missed you, last week.
Yes, you got to meet Miss Salem from our office.
Yeah, all right. Okay, they're not here. If you'd like to take a default, raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
I do. Again, for the record, Rachel Dornbush, Pallet Law on behalf of the plaintiff. Your Honor, there's rent to retain of $615.72. Costs are $188 for a total of $803.72. And we'd ask for a default possession only judgment with a writ to issue after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff. That's by default for possession. Redemption amount in the amount requested, writ to issue in 10 days. Arbor Woods versus Tanisha Booker.
I'm here.
Okay, there's Miss Booker. All right. What's plaintiff's claim?
With costs, Your Honor, $4,183.96.
All right. Miss Booker, how are you intending on getting this done?
I already have 2,500 of it. I didn't give it to the rent office because the leasing manager refuses to take partial payment that has to be in full.
Your Honor, my
Okay,
client will
hold
take
on.
partial payment.
They'll take it. Yes, okay. Otherwise,
will.
I'll order. All right, Miss Booker, when can you get the 2,500 to them?
Well, I'm pretty sure they'll be closed by the time I get off today at 5:30, but I can drop it off in the morning.
All right. So I'll just indicate you're to get that 2,500 to them by Monday.
Okay.
Okay. I will adjourn this out to May 15th, 2026 at 3 p.m. That's an in-person hearing. All right. I'm going to suggest that you contact maybe the plaintiff's attorney's office, see if you can work something out regarding the payment of the rest of this. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. We'll see you then.
Thank you.
Arbor Woods versus Flora Boone.
Here.
Where? Oh, there she is. Okay. What is plaintiff's claim in this case?
With costs, Your Honor, $3,297.01.
Okay. And Ms. Boone, how are you intending on getting that paid?
I should have half of that actually by Monday, and then the other half by Friday because I'm going through my job.
Okay. So you'll have about 1,500 by Monday?
Mm-hmm.
Yes?
Yes, sir.
All right. Pay the 1,500 by Monday. And then you think you can have the balance by Friday?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to put that down. Balance by Friday, the 15th. So what I'll do is I'll adjourn this to May 15th, 2026 at 3 p.m. That's
Okay.
an in-person hearing. But if you have everything paid off, then I don't need to see you. But you got to make sure you have everything paid.
Okay.
All
Sounds
right.
good.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too. Arbor Woods versus Tina Carrico. Or Carrico. They checked in. They have not. You've been sworn. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. There's rent to retain of $1,813.51, cost of $188 for a total due of $2,001.51. So we'd ask for a default possession only judgment with a writ to issue after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession, redemption amount, any amount requested, writ to issue 10 days. Arbor Woods versus Jennifer Carroll and Linda Carroll. Jennifer's here. Is Carol? I'm not picking her up. Miss Carol? You have her.
Hello?
Oh, there she is. Hello.
Hi.
All right. Okay. All right. What is plaintiff's claim in this case?
With cost, Your Honor, $1,980.44.
All right, Miss Carol, how are you going to get that paid?
Okay, I can pay 800, at least 800 by Monday. I'm also going to file an SCR, and I finally was able to get some information about maybe getting some help from my work.
All right. So here's what we're going to do. Pay that 800 by Monday. All right.
Okay.
I'm going to adjourn your case out to the 15th, 2026 at 3 p.m. That's an in-person hearing. If you
Okay.
apply for an SCR or other type of assistance, there's a form that came in your packet called a rental assistance form. You'll need to
Right.
fill that out and get that to the court by next Wednesday.
Sounds good.
Okay? All
Yep.
right. Get that payment in, and then we'll see where we are next week.
Okay. Thank
All
you.
right.
Have a good day.
You do the same. Arbor Woods versus Daryl Corley and Stephanie Corley.
Oops.
Miss Corley?
I'm here.
Okay, I'll need a camera on at
Hold
some
on.
point. What is plaintiff's claim?
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Got it.
Okay,
With
we got
cost,
Hi.
Your Honor, $2,233.59.
All right. Miss Corley, how are you intending on getting that paid?
We can have it all paid up by the 22nd. Probably before that, but I'm gonna say the 22nd. Daryl just
All
went
right.
back to work. So
Got it. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to set this out May 15, 2026 at 3 p.m. In the
Good.
interim,
Mhm.
I'm going to suggest that you contact Ms. Dornbush's office.
Okay.
Try to arrange a conditional order dismissal or some other judgment form or something that gives you till the 22nd, okay?
Okay. You said Mrs. Thornburg?
Miss Dornbush.
Oh,
Actually, it's
Thornbush.
Pallets, the Pallets Law Office, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
On your
I got it.
paperwork, you see it?
Yeah. I'm good.
All right.
Okay.
And that's Miss
Yeah, I
Dornbush,
definitely
so
contact
contact her and
Okay.
do that, okay?
All right. Sounds good. You have a great
Okay,
day.
thank you. You do the same.
Bye.
Arbor Woods versus Latia Davis. Latia, where is she?
Hello.
I can-
Good morning, Your Honor.
Hello, there you are.
How are
Okay,
you?
I'm doing okay. All right, Miss Davis. What is plaintiff's claim?
With costs, Your Honor, $3,685.16.
All right.
Yeah.
Davis,
Your
how
Honor,
are
I
you
just
intending
paid
on getting that
$1,000
paid?
yesterday.
I'm sorry?
I just paid $1,000 yesterday.
All right. Ms. Dornbush, I don't think you see that probably, right?
No, Your Honor, but I'll be able to verify that before the hearing next week.
Okay. And then, so you paid 1,000 yesterday.
Yeah,
Can
I
you
got the
pay anything
paperwork
else
right
before
here.
next Friday or no?
No, I got the paperwork. She said since I put in 1,000, I owe $1,000. I put in $1,000. I owe $2,693.16. Your Honor, I just
Got it.
need until the 22nd,
All
and I
right,
can have
let's do
everything
this.
paid off.
Okay, here's what we're gonna do, Miss Davis. I'm gonna adjourn this out to the 15th, 2026 at 3 p.m.
Yes.
At 3 p.m. That's an in-person hearing. Look on your paperwork, you'll see a number for the Palace Law Office. Contact Ms. Dornbush, see if you can work out a conditional order, dismissal, or consent judgment regarding this amount that'll get you to the 22nd. Okay?
Your Honor, can I ask her right now?
Can you ask? Well, I can't do it that way, ma'am.
Okay, because when I
Because
called
she
him,
has
a few
to
months ago,
check,
like
Miss Davis, she has to
Yep.
check on your payment, number one,
okay,
and make sure that all the numbers are right. And she has to see, and she has to make sure what her client will do. Okay?
oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
Got it?
Yep, thank you, sir. I appreciate you.
All right, 15th, 3 o'clock. That's an in-person hearing. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye. Have a good weekend.
Bye. Arbor Woods versus Shakori Davis. Shakori Davis, they are not checked in. You may proceed.
I
Oh,
am
she's
here.
here. She's a dial-in. All right. And so what is plaintiff's claim on this case?
With costs, Your Honor, $7,480.23.
Okay, Ms. Davis, how are you intending on getting that paid?
If you could adjourn it for 1 week, the in-person hearing, I'm waiting on my withdrawal, my hardship from my job to pay the full balance off. So I'm hoping that it'll deposit before next Friday and it'll just be a zero balance.
Okay, so you're applied for a hardship from your job
Mm-hmm.
and you just have
I'm
to,
out
you're
on a
waiting.
medical. Yeah, I'm out on a medical, got into a car accident. So they're going to help me by letting me withdraw a hardship loan.
Got it. Okay. I'll adjourn this out to the 15th, 2026, 3 p.m. That's an in-person hearing, but hopefully if it's a zero at that point, then they'll be in a position to dismiss the case. Okay, Ms. Davis?
Okay, sounds good. If they
All right.
dismiss it, do I still need to come next Friday even for the dismissal, or do we not need to be there for dismissal?
You just don't want to see me.
I don't want to.
Okay, well, that was honest. Okay.
You want to know what? I'm coming to see you just because of that. I'm going to come just so you can dismiss it in person.
Okay, Ms. Davis, if everything's down to zero, I don't need you to show up, okay?
Okay, sounds good, Justice. Thank you so
All right.
much.
You take care. Have a good weekend. Arbor Woods versus Sarah Allison.
I'm here.
Awesome. Okay, I'll need a camera on. All right, but while you do that, Ms. Dornbush, what is the plaintiff's claim?
With cost, $2,750.60.
Okay. So Allison, how are you going to get that paid?
I'm going to I can pay it next Friday.
Okay. You think you can pay everything by next Friday?
Yeah, I have one payment, but I'm not able to get it in because at this moment I'm in the hospital.
I
For
see
my
that.
meniscus, so that's why.
Ow. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to adjourn this out to the 15th, 2026 at 3 p.m.
Okay.
Okay. So do you think you'll be able to get everything paid by noon on the that Friday?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So we'll adjourn it out to that time. Okay. Try to get
Okay.
everything in there, but more importantly, take care of yourself.
Okay, thank you. I
We'll
will.
work around the other stuff. All right.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Miss Ellison. Have a good weekend.
You too.
Arbor Woods versus Sarah Gore. Sarah Gore, you're not here. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. There's rent to retain of $1,343. Costs are $188 for a total due of $1,531. We'd ask for a default possession only judgment with a writ to issue after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession. Redemption amount is any amount requested. Writ issue in 10 days. Arbor Woods versus Jayla Hairston McDonald. Hairston McDonald, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. There's rent to retain of $1,472.72. Cost of $188 for a total due of $1,660.72. We'd ask for a default possession only judgment with a writ to issue after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession. Redemption amount any amount requested. Writ issue in 10 days. Arbor Woods versus Melinda Harrison. Melinda Harrison, no response. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. There is rent to retain of $593. Costs are $188 for a total due of $781, and we'd ask for a default possession only judgment with writ to issue after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession. Redemption amount any amount requested. Writ to issue in 10 days. Arbor Woods versus Marcus Hollis.
I'm here.
All right. I'll need a camera. Oh, there you go. All right. What is plaintiff's claim?
With costs, Your Honor, $3,608.45.
All right. And sir, how are you intending on getting that paid?
I paid, and I just need a couple weeks.
I'm sorry?
I just need a couple weeks.
All right. Well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to adjourn it out to the 15th next week, 2026 at 3 p.m. That's an in-person hearing. I'm going to suggest in the interim, you contact plaintiff's counsel's office, try to speak with them and see what you can work out.
All right.
Thank you. Arbor Woods versus Timothy Kisner and Carol Kisner and Jose Avila. I'm sorry. Kisner, Avila, we have no one present. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. There's rent to retain of $1,711.44, cost of $362 for a total due of $2,073.44. And we'd ask for a default possession only judgment with writ to issue after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff. That's by default for possession. Redemption amount any amount requested. Writ issue in 10 days. Arbor Woods versus Kelly Kowalski. Kowalski, no response. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. There's rent to retain of $1,697.57, cost of $188 for a total due of $1,885.57. We'd ask for a default possession only judgment with writ to issue after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession. Redemption amount any amount requested. Writ issue in 10 days. Arbor Woods versus David McLeod. McLeod, you're here, you said?
He's the dog.
He's the dog. Got it. David McLeod or McLeod, maybe. Okay, can you unmute? McLeod, can you get that unmuted? We can't.
I can try, Jim.
Looks like he's trying. He's not, he's on a phone. You put down a cigarette, it'd be easier. There we go.
Okay. Ah,
Got
there
it?
I am. Yeah, okay. Good to see you again, Your Honor, and hope your family has a great Mother's Day.
Yo, thank you, sir. All right. And what is plaintiff's claim in this case?
With costs, Your Honor, $1,409.26.
All right. And sir, how are you going to get that paid?
Well, I just opened a new account at the Eastern Michigan Credit Union, and I switched over my Social Security to be direct deposit there. So it should be coming any day, but I've got to split my payment between my car so I don't get repo because there's no bus out here, and Arbor Woods. So I pay Arbor Woods $750, and then I got family money coming June 1st. And I could try and get the rest paid off then.
Okay, so here's what
I'll have at least half this coming week.
This coming week? Okay.
$750, yeah. So as soon as they deposit, the deposit on my debit card, Social Security debit card, was always around like the 8th of the month, which was last month, but it could be first of the week, so we'll see what happens. Soon as I'll be down there to the office. I got my own checkbook now, and it'll go right in there, and I'll write them a check. Then I got to send one to Toyota, so I don't get that repoed. I would have been caught up, but I just had emergency surgery on my chest and neck, and I had to pay a copay up front before that, So I apologize for that. Yeah.
All right.
Well, Trinity Health, Dr. Huff, if you want to check, yeah.
No, I believe you.
Okay.
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn this out to the 15th, 2026 at 3 p.m. Okay?
Yeah, and I appear.
Yep. And you'll appear. We'll see where you are at that point. In the interim, if you think about it, if you want to do it where you figured out how you're going to get it paid, you can always call the plaintiff's attorney's office and see if they can work out something to get you to where you need to be.
Yeah,
okay.
I've been working with the gal down there at the Palet's office, the attorney. Yeah. All right. Very good. I'll do that, sir. And you have a great weekend, and God bless you and your family.
Thank you, sir. And to you.
Thank you so much. All right. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Yes, sir. Bye-bye. Arbor Woods versus Tyrone Miller. Mr. Miller?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, I'll need a camera.
It don't work. It been working for a while.
Okay. Well, you're gonna have to do something about that if you're gonna appear via Zoom. All right, what is plaintiff's claim?
With costs, Your Honor, $1,960.73.
All right, sir. How are you intending on getting that paid?
Paying 12 today. The rest next week.
You're paying $1,200 today, and then when?
Following week with the rest.
And then you're gonna pay the balance next week?
Yes.
All right. I'll adjourn this out May 15th, 2026, 3 p.m. That's an in-person hearing. If you've got everything paid off, you don't need to appear. It'll be dismissed, but you have to make sure that everything is paid off.
Okay.
Thank you. Arbor Woods versus Teresa Robertson.
Yes.
Oh, there she is. Hello, Miss Robertson.
Hello.
All right, what is plaintiff's claim?
With costs, Your Honor, $3,782.77.
Okay. Robertson, how are you intending on getting that paid?
What I have here, it says I owe $17.93.
And that's probably not including May rent.
Well, I'm gonna pay the $17.93 Monday. And then
All right.
I can start paying after that this month.
All right, but you understand this month is due, right?
Yes, I know.
All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna indicate that you're paying the $17.93 by Monday. I'll adjourn this out 1 week to the 15th, 2026 at 3 p.m. Feel free to contact plaintiff's counsel's office to work out how you can get the May rent paid and when.
Yes, sir.
All right, otherwise we'll see you then on the 15th.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Arbor Woods versus Jaden Smith. Jaden Smith. No response. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. There's rent to retain of $1,488.67. Costs are $188 for a total due of $1,676.67. And we'd ask for a default possession only judgment with writ to issue after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession. Answer amount in the amount requested with a writ issue in 10 days. Arbor Woods versus Eric Stewart. Sorry. And Janine Wesley.
Here.
All right, Mr. Stewart's there. All right. What is plaintiff's claim?
With costs, Your Honor, $2,430.51.
All right, Mr. Stewart, how are you intending on getting that paid?
It'll be all paid by next Friday.
Okay. Can you get it paid early on Friday?
Yeah, probably about should be about 12.
Okay. What I'll do then is I'm going to indicate you're going to pay the balance by that day. May 15th, 2026 at 3 p.m. If you got everything paid, I don't need to see you, but otherwise you need to be down here in person. All right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Take care. Have a good weekend.
You too.
Arbor Woods versus Malaysia Thompson.
Here.
Oh, there she is. Okay. What is plaintiff's claim?
With costs, Your Honor, $3,263.15.
All right, Ms. Thompson, how are you going to get that paid?
Your Honor, I paid $16.20 on the 6th, and it says that I owe $1,700 for May's rent. And I talked to the office, and she said I had to come to court because if I didn't, I would have to pay court fees again. And I told her I was going to have it on the 19th when I got paid, because I paid them on the 6th of May.
All right. Ms. Dornbush probably doesn't see the one payment you're talking about. So here's what I'll do. And you think you can have it paid by the 19th, correct?
Yes, Your Honor, I get paid on the 19th, early pay. My check normally deposit about like 3 o'clock, and I told her I was going to have the rest of it in by 4 before they close.
Okay, so here's what I'll do, ma'am. I'm going to adjourn it out to the 15th. I know that's before your payday. But the 15th, 2026 at 3 p.m. Okay, what you may want to do is contact Ms. Dornbush's office and see what they're willing to do to get you through that 19th date.
Okay.
Okay. Before we get here on the 15th, if something can be worked out. All right.
Okay. So if I work out something with them, do I still have to come in on that date?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to see you.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Yeah, if you, the only way that you don't have to come in, if you got everything paid, then no. But
Okay.
if you got it worked out, then just show up and then we'll see if we can make it quick, get you in and out of here, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you, ma'am. Arbor Woods versus Creator Vaughn. I messed up that name, but she'll correct me. As soon as she unmutes.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Okay, how do I pronounce your first name?
It's Saretha.
Saretha. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Gotcha. I want to make it a hard C and it's not. So, all right. I'll probably mess it up again. All right, Ms. Dornbush, what is owing or what is plaintiff's claim?
With cost, Your Honor, $4,175.44.
All right. Ms. Vaughn, how are you
Yes.
going to get that paid?
Well, right now, currently, I'm working with the Housing Bureau for seniors. I pay my rent every month. I had a hardship last month with my car, and I get paid. I'm on a fixed income, so I get paid the third Wednesday of each month. And so I wasn't able to pay last month because of my car issue. So now I have double rent. I got last month and this month. But because I'm working with the Housing Bureau for seniors, they said that they would work with me on this here to get this rent paid. They did not give me a date. They just wanted to know what the verdict would be today so I could call them back and let them know. I'm not trying to move from here. I've been here for like going on 5 years. I'm 71 years old and I'm not trying to move. So I'm just asking for some kind of verdict or leniency so I can let the Housing Bureau know what's going on and then they can,
Oh,
yeah,
all right, Ms. Vaughn.
yes,
Here's what I need you to do.
yes, sir.
Did you get that number down of 417544?
The who?
Okay. The $4,175.44.
Wait a
That's
minute,
what you
4,100, okay,
$75.44. All
okay.
right. So I get that information to whoever you're working with at Housing Bureau for Seniors.
You said 44 cent?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. 4,175 and 44 cents. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. All right. Get that number to them that's what you owe.
Okay.
Okay, that's what you owe. See what they can do for you.
Yes, sir.
And then I'm going to adjourn this out 1 week to the 15th
Okay.
at 3 p.m.
Okay.
Okay, that's an in-person hearing.
I don't know where to go to for the courthouse.
You don't know where I am?
I'm sorry. No, sir. Oh, God. You're embarrassing me. I've never been.
No, I'm not. I am. We're down by the sheriff's department off of Washtenaw. Do you know where that is? She goes, I don't know where the sheriff's department. I've never been in trouble. Listen.
I know
all
where
right.
Washtenaw. I know where Washtenaw is, sir. But if you could just give me an address, I can get my GPS.
Okay, I bet you'll get here. It's 4133 Washtenaw.
4133 Washtenaw. Is there a suite?
No, we're the whole building.
Okay.
All right.
Yes, sir.
So we have that in-person hearing. If you can do it by next Wednesday, you need to there's a form that came in your packet called a rental assistance form.
Mm-hmm.
You'll need to fill that out and get that to the court by next Wednesday, just with the Housing Bureau for Seniors information.
Just fill it out and bring that with me?
Well, you need to get it down to the court before you get here on that date. So by next Wednesday.
So you do it online? I'm not familiar.
It's okay. You can fill it out. You need to fill out that form and get it to us. We can fax it in, can't you? Mm-hmm. You can either fax it in or you can send it by email to us. Okay.
Yes, sir. And with that form, you want the information from the Housing Bureau for Seniors?
Yes. If you got if they gave you a case number or anything that, just on that form.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Okay.
Yes,
you
sir.
Got everything?
Yes, sir, I do.
All right. Okay, Miss Vaughn, you
All
have
right.
a great weekend.
You have a blessed weekend also. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Arbor Woods versus Tierra Wafer. Tierra Wafer, no response. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. There is rent to retain of $1,668. Costs are $188 for a total due of $1,856. We'd ask for a default possession only judgment with writ to issue after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff. That's by default for possession, redemption amount in the amount requested, writ issue in 10 days. Arbor Woods versus Raquel Webster.
I'm here.
Okay, I'll need a camera at some point. What is plaintiff's claim?
With costs, Your Honor, $3,271.51.
All right, Ms. Webster, how are you intending on getting that paid?
I paid $1,100 already. And it said that I owed $1,750.
When did you pay the 1,100?
Back in April.
Excuse me?
Let me take a look, Your Honor. I do see the $1,100 payment, Your Honor. This balance includes May though, Ms. Webster. And so with the May rent, that's why we're at the $32,1451.
Okay, can I still pay the $1,750 by Friday?
Okay, you think you can pay $1,750 by this Friday, the 15th?
Yes.
Okay, pay that early in the day. Okay.
Okay.
And then I'm going to adjourn your case out to May 15th, 2026 at 3 p.m. That's an in-person hearing. What I'm going to suggest in the interim is that after, well, that you also then call Pallett's law offices, call Ms. Dornbush, see what they can work out with you to get you to a point where you can get this all paid up, okay?
Okay, how do I get that number?
It's on your paperwork. Says
Okay.
Pallett's law office.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Have a blessed one.
You do the same.
Bye-bye.
Arbor Woods versus Brandon Wilson and Kimberly Slate. Wilson, Slayton. Hello.
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Hi. Hello.
Well, there are two people talking, two phone numbers. Okay, so the voice that sounds female, what is your name?
Kimberly Slayton. Sorry, I was trying to unmute.
No, it's okay. That's fine. And the other voice.
Brandon Wilson.
Is that Mr. Wilson?
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay, so both of you are calling in. Got it. Okay, what is plaintiff's claim?
With costs, Your Honor, $3,748.72.
Okay, folks, how are we intending on getting that paid?
I wanted to make a payment of $500 today, and I know I can make a payment of $1,000 by Thursday. I had took out a hardship loan at my job as well. I'm in the process of doing that, but I need the paperwork to verify that I am going through an eviction. But I plan on at least getting everything paid off by the end of the month, if not by the 22nd, if the hardship loan goes through.
All right, so let me just get you right there. Get what you said. You can pay 500 today or by Monday, right?
I can pay 500 today.
All right, and then you said you can have 1,000 by Thursday.
Yes.
Okay. So I got that written down, and then so what I'm going to do is I'm going to adjourn this out 1 week to the 15th, 2026 at 3 p.m. That's an in-person hearing. And then what you need something in order to be able to apply for the hardship, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. I've set it on next Friday look on your paperwork and call Ms. Dornbush's office and see what the two of you can work out regarding particular paperwork that'll help you with your hardship application.
Thank you.
All right. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, it does.
All right. Fantastic. Thank you, Miss Slayton. And
Thank you. Have a
Brandon, it was
wonderful,
a
blessed weekend.
You do the same. Brandon, it was a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you, sir. You have a good weekend.
All right.
Thank you.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Right. Northville Estates versus Jason Armbruster. Oh, I think Jason, there he is. All right. Hello.
Hello.
All right. What is plaintiff's claim?
With cost, Your Honor, $3,814.98.
All right. Mr. Armbruster, how are you going to get that paid?
I'm paying $600 today, and I just started back to my job, so I'm gonna be paying $500 a week, and if possible more when the checks are bigger until it's paid off.
All right. Here's what you're going to have to do then. I'm going to adjourn this out May 15th, 2026, 3 p.m. Okay.
Okay.
And you're going to need to try to work something out if they'll work with that type of payment plan that you have. I can't guarantee that. Okay. So what I'm going to, you at least have a plan in mind. I'd get the $600 paid in, yep, and then contact the plaintiff's counsel's office to see what they'll work out with you.
Okay.
All right. And on the 15th, that's an in-person hearing at 3 p.m. Okay.
Okay. Thanks.
All right. Take care. Northville Estates versus Rosa or Rose, maybe. Jeez. I don't know why I wanted to make it like a wine or something. Anyway, she's here. Full on. Don't have her. She's there, but all right. Well, we try to get her. Oh, there she is.
Hello.
Hello, Miss. All right, there you are. All right, what is plaintiff's claim?
With costs, Your Honor, $1,177.33.
All right. Miss Milan, how are you intending on getting that paid?
I'll have it paid off by the end of the month.
Okay, so I can't get you to that point, but what I'll do is I'm going to adjourn this out 1 week. May 15, 2026 at 3 p.m. I'm going to adjourn it out to that point. I'm going to suggest that what you do, Ms. Mahan, is look on your paperwork. You'll see Pallett's Law Office. Call there and ask for Miss Dornbush and see what they can work out with you to get you to the point you can get that all paid off. Okay?
Okay.
All right. All right. Thank you. The 15th is an in-person hearing, so you'll need to come down. All right?
Okay.
All right. Thank you. Northfield Estates versus Dale Kidder.
Oh, that's funny.
Said he's here. Oh, I just saw him pop in and they popped out. I don't know where they went.
Did you hear me?
Sir, speaking. Oh, there you are. Okay. All right. So what is plaintiff's claim in this case?
With costs, Your Honor, $2,396.33.
All right. Mr. Kidder, how are you intending on getting that paid? He's breaking up.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the total on that.
$2,396.35. Or 33
I
cents.
get I'll have some money on Monday.
Okay, how much can you pay on Monday? He's froze. Yeah.
I get some money on Monday.
Okay, how much will you have on Monday?
I only have about 250 on Monday, but I get paid next week Friday too. I just started my job.
All right. Do you know how much you'll have on Friday?
No, I do not. It was only I had like I think 2 days in, so it'll probably be a partial.
Gotcha. All
yeah.
right, sir. I'm going to adjourn this out to May 15th, 2026 at 3 p.m. That's an in-person hearing. What I'm
Okay,
going to
thank you.
suggest you do in the interim is contact the Palace Law Office and see if you can work out some payment that'll get you cleared up.
Okay, thank you so much.
All right. We'll see you then.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye. Northfield Estates versus Alexis Latour.
Your Honor.
Alexis Latour. Oh, there
Yes.
she is. Sorry. There. I just had to find you on my screen. All right. What does plaintiff's claim?
With costs, Your Honor, $2,272.31.
Okay, Mrs. Latour, how are you intending on getting that paid?
Well, sir, I have applied for state emergency relief twice now, but the issue that I'm having, according to my caseworker, is that she has to deny it because the amount that I request is less than the amount when she contacts the landlord that the landlord is requesting. So, for
Gotcha.
example, she asked me for court paperwork. I supplied my court paperwork for this date, which lists the amount at 1,300.
No, I got you. But then by the time the court date comes around, it may.
Yes, sir.
Got it.
So I did reapply. It's currently processing, but it sounds like it will get denied again. So I'm going to have to get more paperwork from the landlord, something that actually has their current amount that they want, because my
All right.
paperwork says, plus other costs, and DHS can't calculate that.
Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. They really shouldn't have. It depends on what worker you get as to whether or not you have these problems, but that's okay. All right. I'm going to adjourn this to May 15, 2026 at 3 p.m. Ma'am, how many people are in your household?
3.
Okay. Just so you know, if they give you a state emergency relief, that's only going to be about $620.
She did not outline that to me, so I am unaware of what she'd be willing to give me.
Yeah. So that's why I try to clarify for people so that they know that state emergency relief is a misnomer in a certain respect because it's not going to pay everything.
I see. So, unfortunately, we've been dealing with a hardship since December. And my husband's
Okay.
income he lost his job. So, we've been working to get him reemployed. He's working with Michigan Works and doing a RESA program and stuff like that. I also have a church that I can reach out to that may be able to assist us with some of the payment. But unfortunately,
I got you.
we're
Okay.
unable to make a payment today or anything like that.
Okay. Here's what I'll do. I'll adjourn it out 1 week, 3 p.m. Okay. There's a form that came in your packet, and I know you say it may be denied, but there's a form that's in your packet that is called a rental assistance form.
Yes, sir. I have it right here.
All right, fill that out, put your SER tracking number on it, and try to get that filed with the court by Wednesday.
Okay.
Okay. And then in the interim, also you can call plaintiff's attorney's office, see if there's anything that can be worked out. You're kind of in a flux at this point, so I don't know if anything can be worked out, but that's okay. Don't get disheartened. Reach out to other places that you think you can reach out to. And then if something can't be worked out, we'll see what we can do and where we head on the 15th.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
Does that work for you?
It does.
Okay. All
And I'm
right.
sorry, you said what time was that on the 15th?
That's at 3 p.m.
3 p.m. Okay.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. You have a great weekend.
Thanks. You too.
River Ridge versus Tabitha Faith. Tabitha Faith.
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, there she is. All right. What is plaintiff's claim?
With costs, Your Honor, $1,770.
1,770. All right. Ma'am, how are you going to get that paid?
I am trying to work with Celine Social Services to pay at least last month's payment, and this month's payment I can, well, the rest, whatever they don't pay, I can pay the rest by next Friday.
Okay. So you're working with Celine Social Services, get a little help, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So what I'll do initially is I'll adjourn this May 15th, 2026 at 3 p.m. Okay, that's an in-person hearing. When will you hear? When do you think you'll hear from Celine Social Services?
I'm not sure. I'm waiting for one of my bank statements to come in for April, and I can call on Monday and see, or
Okay.
go up.
All right. So here's what I'm going to suggest you do. Look at your paperwork. There's a rental assistance form. You need to fill that out, get that down to the courthouse by next Wednesday.
Okay.
Just indicating that you've applied to Celine Social Services and giving a number if they have it. Okay.
Okay.
And then we'll see you on the 15th at 3 p.m. and see exactly where you are.
Okay. Sounds good.
Hey. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
River Ridge versus Ian Von Broda. Von Broda. My screen pop back up with people. Where are they? You have them?
They're no longer here. They were here.
They were here, but they're not here. Okay. Well, they're no longer here. I'm going to let plaintiff proceed. Go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. There is rent to retain of $1,552. Costs are $176 for a total due of $1,728. We'd ask for a default possession only judgment with writ to issue after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession. Redemption amount in the amount requested. Writ to issue in 10 days. Sylvan Crossing versus Cheyenne Lewis. And Jeremy Pennington.
Jeremy Pennington's no longer in the residence.
Okay. Your name?
Skyanne Lewis.
All right. Okay, what is plaintiff's claim?
With cost, Your Honor, $2,389.61.
All right. Ms. Lewis, how are you intending on getting that paid?
I'd like to pay it all in full, if not before the 18th.
Okay, so you think you can get it all paid by the 18th?
Yes, sir.
Okay, here's what I'm going to do then. I'm going to adjourn it out because I can only really go to the next available date I have, which is the 15th, 2026 at 3 p.m. Okay? And what I'm going to suggest you do in the week's interim is look on your paperwork. You'll see the Appellate's Law Office. Call them, see if something can be worked out to get you to that 18th date, okay?
Okay, if I'm able to pay it before the 15th, do I have to come to the court date?
Everybody says that. I'm going to get insulted. No, you don't have to come down. If you get everything paid off, I don't need to see you down here. You just have to
Okay.
make sure you got your stuff at a zero. So if you get it
Okay.
paid, you'll be good.
Okay, thank you, sir.
All right, thank you. Have a great weekend.
You too.
All right. Stonebush, I think finally that's it.
I think so, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, we'll see you this afternoon, I think.
You will indeed. Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, folks that are waiting on the 10 o'clock block, I don't even know what time I'm at right now. It's going on 10:30. All right, we're running a little bit behind. We're going to play the video, then I'm going to come back out momentarily and we'll do the 10 o'clock block. It's got to be shorter than that last block. All right. Thank you, folks. Court stands in recess.
The 14A District Court is now back in session. The Honorable Judge J. Cedric Simpson presiding.
Good morning, folks. Clark Road Senior Dividend Housing versus Tracy Rolex.
Good morning, Your Honor, and Namjat Francis on behalf of Plaintiff's Attorney of Record.
Oh my gosh, long time no see. How are you, Miss Francis?
I'm well, Judge. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you.
Good to hear.
All right.
She's here.
Rolex. Miss Rolex? Okay, there you are. Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, what is plaintiff's claim in this case?
The total amount, including court costs, is $1,415.72.
All right. Miss Rolex, how are you intending on getting that paid?
I'm trying to get help from the agencies.
Okay, what agencies?
I'm a SCR form,
Okay.
Hope Clinic, SOS,
Okay.
Salvation Army.
We don't have anything on her.
No, sir.
All right. So you'll need to call down to SOS. I'd suggest you do it immediately after the hearing. I'm going to adjourn this out to May 15th, 2026 at 1 p.m. That's an in-person hearing, Ms. Rolex. Ms. Rolex, you need to look in your paperwork. Okay. There's a form called the rental assistance form. Fill that out. Make sure you put your SCR tracking number and any other tracking numbers for other agencies on that form and file it with the court by Wednesday.
Okay.
Okay. And we'll, like I said, the 1 p.m. on the 15th, it's an in-person hearing, so we'll see you then.
Okay.
All right. Thank
Thank
you.
you, Honor.
Thank you.
Nice to see you. Have a good weekend.
You do the same.
Thank you.
Legends of Rosewood Village versus Alyssa Worley.
Good morning, Your Honor. Jackie Steiner Potter on behalf of the plaintiff.
She's here.
Miss Worley's here.
Sorry, doesn't have it. Oh, there she is.
Oh, there she is. Hello, Miss Worley.
Good morning.
Good morning. All right. What is plaintiff's claim in this case?
Your Honor, rent to retain $3,796, court costs of $183.03 for a total of $3,997, or I'm sorry, $3,979.03.
79.
Yes.
All right. All right, Miss Worley, how are you intending on getting this paid?
Well, luckily I have 3 paychecks in May, so I do get paid next Friday and I get paid again the 31st. I apologize about this. I had a financial hardship. My my company got like bought out by a corporate company and my pay got drastically less. And it was a mess. And then like on top of it, I've been having car issues. Like I just had to buy myself a new alternator, a new battery, 2 new tires because I got flat tires. And then my son had to get a root canal, which cost like $700. So it kind of put,
this is a bad country song. All right.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Yeah, like I have my receipts and stuff that I've been naming off just in case you did want them. But
okay. Okay, Ms. Worley.
yes.
Do me a favor.
Yes, sir.
All right. Take a breath. Okay. All right.
I haven't been able to take a breath
all
in a
you're
long time.
all you're telling us is that you were going along just fine and life interfered, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So, and isn't having like 3 paychecks a great month when that happens?
Yes.
Anyway, it really is. All right. So let's see. Here's what first thing I'm going to do is I'll adjourn you out to the 15th,
Okay.
2026 at 2 p.m. Okay. That's an in-person hearing.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then between now and next month or next week, how much do you think you can pay?
At least 3,000, but I might be able to do all of it.
Okay. So you think you can pay the 3,000 by next week, maybe?
Yes. There's definitely a
Okay.
chance with
I
that.
expected something much more drastic to
Oh,
be.
no, trust me,
You're good. No, I'm not gonna complain. All right. Here's what you need to do. Pay the 3,000. I'll just put, can you get that paid by Thursday the 14th? You think, or
I get paid that morning, so I mean, I could
got
do
it?
it.
Okay.
Okay.
That's fine.
And then I
That's
can
fine.
bring the cashier's receipt to you.
Okay. All right. She's gonna make sure to prove to me she's doing all this. All right.
Yes.
Okay. All right. You're okay. Get that paid. Get the 3,000 paid to the landlord. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And I just need it early enough. If you can do it that day early enough so that they can get proof that the 3,000's been paid.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then we'll figure out if you don't get everything paid, be here on that date.
Okay.
And then we'll figure out how we're going to do the rest of it.
Okay, thank you so much.
Not a problem. You're really nervous about being here, aren't you?
Yes.
Okay.
I was worried because I have 2 kids and I'm a single mom and I don't get help from anyone, so.
All right. Yep. All right, Mr. Worley, you'll make it through it. Don't worry so much, okay?
Thank
And
you, Your Honor.
all right, and we'll see you next week at 2. And have a great Mother's Day.
Thank you so much.
All
Thank
right.
you, Your Honor. You will see
Thank
Mark.
you.
You will see Mark this afternoon. I have a trial.
All right. You have a good Mother's Day too.
Thank you, Your Honor. You as well.
Am I
All
allowed
right.
to leave?
Yes.
Or do I?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
you are. You can go.
Thank you so much.
Have a good one, Your
You're
Honor.
welcome.
You have a good one.
Ridgewood Ypsilanti LLC versus Marquise Mays Sampson. And
Good morning, Your
Heaven
Honor. Mark
Smith.
Schlesinger appearing on behalf of plaintiff.
We have neither.
Neither parties here. You paid for second service. If you raise your right hand, you may proceed, sir. You solemnly
you.
swear for testimony, whole truth, nothing but the truth, self you got.
I do, Judge.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. Judge, this is a claim. I got to look at my proof of service really quick. We did pay for second mailing, but we did request a money judgment. So let me just double check. We just got
I
service
have
by posting.
service by attachment.
Yep. So plaintiff would request that a default judgment for possession only enter. Current rent to retain $3,026.14. Court cost $264. Total to retain $3,290.14 with the writ to issue after May 18th, 2026.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession, redemption amount, any amount requested, writ to issue in 10 days.
Thanks, Judge. Have a great weekend.
You do the same, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Redline Apartments versus Harvey Hudson.
Good morning, Your Honor. David Fantier on behalf of the plaintiff.
Harvey Hudson.
Was here.
He was here.
Was not.
Didn't come back in. All right. If you'd like to proceed, raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Go ahead, sir.
Your Honor, I'm David Fantier. I'm the attorney for Red Lion, and as such, I'm familiar with the books and records as they relate to these tenancies. In this case, there's rent owing in the amount of $2,180, court costs of $173 for a total of $2,353. We'd ask for a judgment for possession with a writ after 10 days if that amount remains unpaid.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession, redemption amount, any amount requested, writ to issue in 10 days. Red Lion versus Anthony Ned
David Fantair on behalf of the plaintiff.
Anthony Nad? No response. You may proceed.
In this case, there's rent owing in the amount of $1,153, court costs of $173 for a total of $1,326. $1,326. We'd ask for a judgment for possession with a writ after 10 days if that amount remains unpaid.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession, redemption amount, any amount requested, writ to issue in 10 days.
I will see you
That's
in
it,
an hour.
please. All right. Take care.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Six Trails versus Olivia Martin.
Good morning, Your Honor. Sidney Katz, I'm the plaintiff.
Hello, Judge.
Hello. Your name?
Olivia. I'm Devin Curry. I'm on the docket as a occupant. Olivia wasn't able to make it because she's with her mother in the hospital at the moment.
I got you. Okay. What is your name, sir?
Devin Curry.
Devin Curry. All right. All right. What is plaintiff's claim?
Your Honor, this is a non-payment rent possession case. There's currently a balance due, including costs totaling $1,507. That's 1507.
Okay. And sir?
Yes, sir.
How are you intending on getting this paid?
I just got paid today for $500. When I get off work, I'm gonna turn that in. And then yesterday, I just got hired in on another job. So within the next couple of weeks, I'll be able to pay the remaining balance.
All right. So here's what I'm going to do. You're going to pay $500 today, but no later than Monday. I'm going to adjourn this out to May 15th, 2026 at 2 p.m. That's an in-person hearing, sir. You'll need to come down if everything's not paid off. Feel free to contact Mr. Katz's office and see if you can work something out regarding the payment on it.
All right.
Sounds like you got at least a plan. Okay.
Sounds good. Thank you, Judge.
Thank
Your
you.
Honor.
Willow Ridge Apartments versus Azaria Dameron.
Good morning again, Your Honor. Sidney Katz, I'm the plaintiff.
Hello.
Sir. Hello. Dameron. And your name?
Karina Dameron, Azaria's mother.
Got it. Okay, so she's your daughter.
Yes,
Okay. Do you reside in the premises, ma'am?
I do.
Okay, fantastic. All right. What is plaintiff's claim in this case?
Your Honor, this is a non-payment rent possession case. There's currently a balance due, including court costs totaling $3,065. $3065.
All right. Ma'am, how are you guys intending on getting this paid?
So I was gonna pay $600 today, and then we do get 3 checks because it's May. So I was hoping to have the remainder balance paid by the end of the month.
Okay, so pay the $600 today. I'm going to adjourn this out May 15th, 2026 at 2 p.m. Okay. What I'm going to suggest, see if you can work something out,
meeting
is to contact Mr. I'm sorry, what'd you say, ma'am?
I said, could it be a Zoom appearance?
You can submit the form. I can't guarantee it, but it's an in-person hearing as it's set right now. Okay.
Okay.
And so it's at 2 p.m. on that date. Pay the $600. I suggest that you contact Mr. Katz's office and see if something can be worked out prior to that date.
Okay. And you said the 15th?
Yes, ma'am. Next Friday.
Okay. Well done.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you. Willow Ridge Apartments versus Hassan Abu Arab. I got that all messed up. Anyway,
It's okay.
I see you.
Good morning.
All right. Good morning, sir. All right. What is plaintiff's claim?
Your Honor, this is a non-payment rent possession case. There's currently a balance due, including costs totaling $5,997. 5997.
All right. And sir, how are you intending on getting that paid?
I am getting a family assistant, and I am waiting for the money to be transferred to me. I spoke with Mr. Katz this morning, so anytime within a couple of weeks, I should be able to do that. But till the end of the month, I should be able to get that and get it all paid, and we'll see from there. So I was hoping that I would, postpone it a couple of weeks. So I'll give enough time to get everything situated.
Well, I have authority to adjourn it out 1 week. You can certainly contact Mr. Katz again, see if you guys can work something out, put it out on paper, and we can get this resolved. But May 15th, 2026, 2 p.m.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Katz.
Willow Ridge versus Trey Ellie. Yes, Ellie or Eli. Eli or Ely? Not checked in. I think you were sworn. You may proceed.
No, I haven't been sworn, Your Honor.
Oh, you have not. Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Go ahead, sir.
Your Honor, this is a non-payment rent possession case. To the best of my knowledge, the defendant is not in the military, minor, unable to stand trial. To the best of my knowledge, the property is being kept habitably. Currently, there's a balance due for, including court costs totaling $2,006. That's 2006. Requesting a default judgment in that amount with a writ to be issued after May the 18th.
Judgment to the plaintiff. That's by default for possession, redemption amount, and the amount requested with a writ to issue in 10 days.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Willow Ridge versus Burhanu Abdallah.
Yes, I'm here.
All right, you're here. Good morning, sir.
Good
All
morning,
right,
Judge.
what is plaintiff's claim?
Your Honor, this is a non-payment rent possession case. There's currently a balance due, including costs totaling $4,359. 359.
4359. All right. Sir, how are you intending on getting that paid?
Judge, I'll get paid the 15th Friday. That's what I'm trying to make a payment.
All right. On the 15th, how much can you pay?
At least I'll try and pay $2,000. If it's not all of them.
Okay, so at least 2,000.
Yes.
On the 15th. Can you get that paid prior to noon?
Yes. Before noon, I'll take care to the office the amount I got.
All right. So I'll adjourn this out May 15th, 2026, 2 p.m. That's an in-person hearing. So if you don't have everything paid off, you need to appear at the court in person. Feel free in the interim to contact Mr. Katz's office and see if something can be worked out. All right? Regarding the balance.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Have a good weekend.
You as well.
And I think Willow Ridge versus Honore Washington. I think that's a dismissal.
That was
Is that it?
That's
Is
it.
that it
Have a
for
good
you?
weekend.
Okay. Take care.
All right.
Court calls the case of Hampton's of Clover Lane versus Carlos McMahon.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assumption Heart P69542 on behalf of Hamptons of Clover Lane.
Boy, everybody's just appearing. Hello, Ms. Hart.
I thought I'd improve the view for you, Judge.
Yes. All right. Mr. McMath, there you are.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. What is plaintiff's claim in this case?
Rent to retain possession, Your Honor, is $4,223.34. Court cost amount of $175. That total redemptive amount being $4,398.34.
All right. And sir, how are you intending on getting that paid?
I know I can pay $2,000 of it by Friday the 15th, by next week. And then if I was given the opportunity to pay off the rest, which includes this month's rent, by the end of the month on the 28th, would be great.
All right. What I'm going to do, sir, is I can adjourn it out 1 week. So I'll adjourn it out to the 15th, 2026 at 1 p.m. That's an in-person hearing. Feel free to contact Mr. Cox's office and see whether or not they'll make some arrangement with you in terms of paying it off through the end of the month. Okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
If it's not all paid off, you need to be here on that date. Okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Thank you. Have a good weekend.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Hampton's of Clover Lane versus Stephen Richards.
Assumption Heart on behalf of plaintiff.
Stephen Richards, they have not checked in. If you'd like to proceed, raise your right hand to be sworn. Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'd ask for default judgment to enter against Mr. Richards for his failure to appear. Rent to retain possession, $4,380.89. Court costs in the amount of $175. That total redemptive amount being $4,555.89. Judge, this is for possession only. We did not file for a money judgment in this matter with the payer vacate date of May 18th, 2026. To the best of my knowledge, the defendant is not a minor in the military, otherwise the capacitated unit was kept fit for its intended purpose and in reasonable repair.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession, redemption amount in the amount requested, writ to issue in 10 days.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Orchard Grove versus Georgia LeRae, Nicole LeRae, and Robert Rudy.
Assumption heard on behalf of plaintiff.
All right, they are not here. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Likewise, with these defendants, I'd ask for a default judgment to enter for their failure to appear. Rent to retain possession in this matter, $832.66. Court costing amount of $253. That total redemptive amount being $1,085.66 with a payer vacate date of May 18th, 2026. Judge, this is for possession only. We did not file for a money judgment. To the best of my knowledge, defendants are not minors in the military, otherwise incapacitated. Unit was kept fit for its intended purpose and in reasonable repair.
Judgment to the plaintiff, that is by default for possession, redemption amount in the amount requested with a writ to issue 10 days.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Pines of Clover Lane versus Eduardo Handel and Nellie Handel.
Assumption heard on behalf of plaintiff.
Defendant one.
Yes.
Handel. Here he is.
I'm here, sorry.
Oh, no, it's okay. All right, what is plaintiff's claim in this case?
Your Honor, rent to retain possession is $3,292.07. Court cost amount of $214. Total redemptive amount, $3,506.07.
All right, and sir, how do you intend on getting that paid?
I paid it already. I submitted my cashier's check today at 9:30 a.m.
Okay, they probably don't have it, so here's what I'm gonna do. You said you paid the balance off.
Yeah, I gave it
So,
at 9:30.
okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna adjourn it out to May 15, 2026 at 1 p.m. Oh, hold on, I don't have to.
Correct. I apologize, Your Honor. Plaintiff moves for a dismissal in this case, and I'll submit a dismissal accordingly. They did pay the balance this morning, and I did just receive a notification from my property manager. So I will submit a dismissal to the court, Your Honor.
All right. See, this all worked out, sir. Case dismissed.
Thank you so much. You have a great day.
Welcome. You too.
Thanks.
Redwood Superior Township versus China Green.
Assumption heard, Your Honor, on behalf of plaintiff.
And
Hey, I'm here.
hello. Hello, Miss Green. All right. What is plaintiff's claim in this case?
Rent to retain possession, Your Honor, $5,078.88. Court cost amount of $175. That total redemptive amount is $5,253.88.
All right. Miss Green, how are you intending on getting that paid?
So I tried to drop off a certified check earlier this week, but I was told that I can't drop off partial payments. So I do have that amount of $3,300 already. How
much do you have?
$3,300.
And they wouldn't take your money?
No, they said they just don't take partial payments.
Oh, yes, they will. Miss Hart, I'm ordering that they will take that partial payment of $3,300. I don't know why they turn away money. Anyway, all right. So Miss Green, we've taken care of that. So you just need to take that over. If they won't take your money, then I got remedies if they don't want to do that. It's okay. So, and then how are you going to pay the back balance?
And so then I filed for a hardship withdrawal from my retirement fund. And so that's been approved. I'm just waiting for the funds to hit my account.
All right. Do you know what the timing on that might be, or?
They said within 2 weeks it should be.
Okay. You didn't say that like you believed them. No.
You know how things are, you know.
I get it. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna adjourn it to May 15th, 2026 at 1 p.m. You get that $3,300 over to them. That on the 15th, that's an in-person hearing. So if you don't get it all paid off, you'll need to appear down at the courthouse and then we'll figure out where we go.
Okay.
All right?
Judge,
Yes,
I
thank
will,
you so much. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
that's okay. Judge, I will indicate that to my client about the $3,300 payment. But for the numbers, Your Honor, that would leave a remaining balance of $1,953.88 for Ms. Green's.
Yeah.
But Judge, respectfully, we do that just because if they pay the money and they're not able to pay all of it, Judge, it's just, try to help out the tenant.
Yeah, sure. Any business I've ever ran, if somebody's gonna pay you money, just take. If I gotta give a refund, I'll give a refund, but I'm taking their money. All right?
Thank you, Your Honor. I believe that concludes it for the Cox docket. Have a great afternoon. It's good to see you.
All right. And I think I have one more. Pines of Clover Lane versus Moss. That matters dismissed on plaintiff's motion. Ms. Moss is present. Mr. Moss.
That is
Where are they?
a dismissal. The client or the tenant's paid.
I'm here. Okay. And they're moving to dismiss. You have a problem with that?
Absolutely not, Your Honor. Sorry for wasting your time with this. I should have paid earlier.
Oh, don't worry about it. You're not wasting my time. I'm getting paid.
Okay.
Good. All right. Mr.
you.
Moss, you have a great weekend. Ms. Hart,
You as well.
happy Mother's Day to you.
Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate
you.
it. Have a great day.
Take care. Covington Apartments versus Hussein Sandifer.
Morning, Your Honor. Robert Visconti, P61756 for the plaintiff.
I'm sorry.
Not checked.
All right, Sandifer, they're not here. If you'd like to take a default, raise your right hand, sir. You solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
Go ahead, sir.
Your Honor, I move the court for entry of a default judgment for possession only. Rent to retain in this case is $2,517.84. We have court costs of $173.36 for a total redemptive amount of $2,691.20. Judgment for possession only, please, with a writ to issue after the 18th of May, if not pulled in full.
Judgment to the plaintiff. That's by default for possession, redemption amount in the amount requested. Writ to issue in 10 days. Peninsula Place versus Benia Shibuya.
Robert Visconti for the plaintiff.
Thank God, goodness you're here. I messed that name up badly. Ma'am, what's your name?
Anta Dumbuya.
All right, well, I was kind of close. All right, what is the claim?
Your Honor, the total amount that's past due is $1,262.83 through the month of May.
All right. And ma'am, how are you intending on getting that paid?
I plan on paying it on the 15th. The actual initial $1,382.39 for the month of April. I have paid that in full, the initial amount of the complaint. But for May, I plan on paying it on the 15th.
Okay, so you can get this balance. You're telling me you're going to get this balance cleared up by the 15th?
Yes.
Can you do that early in the day?
Yeah, before noon.
Okay. So what I'll indicate that you're going to pay the balance by the 15th. I'll adjourn this out to the 15th, May 15th, 2026 at 2 p.m.
Yes, sir.
At 2 p.m. Okay, so get that paid. All right, get that in there. But Holly's here, so if you get it paid, we'll know whether it's paid or not. All right.
Okay, would I have to appear again on the 15th?
You don't want to come and see me? I'm taking all this hard when people don't want to come and see me. If you get everything paid, you don't have to be here, ma'am.
Okay,
All right. Thank you.
thank you.
Peninsula Place versus Aisha Hakim. Aisha Hakim, not checked in. You may proceed.
Thanks, Judge. Move the court for entry of a default judgment for possession. Rent to retain is $1,592.70. Court costs are $177.72 for a total redemptive amount of $1,770.42. Possession only, please, with the writ to issue after May 18th.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession, redemption amount in the amount requested, writ to issue in 10 days. Peninsula Place versus Devontae Hughes. Devontae Hughes, no response. You may proceed.
Your Honor, we move for a default judgment for possession. Rent retains $1,346.42. Costs are $177.72. Total redemptive amounts $1,524.14. Possession only, please, with a writ to issue after May 18th, if not paid in full.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession, redemption amount in the amount requested, writ to issue in 10 days. Peninsula Place versus Tanya Jimerson. I think she's here.
How you doing?
I'm doing okay, Miss Jimerson. How are you?
I'm getting better. I'm sick right now.
Oh, okay. Well, I hope
I
you
got a
feel
cold.
better.
Yes.
All right. What is plaintiff's claim?
So, Your Honor, Ms. Jimerson made a payment of $560 today. That leaves her with a balance inclusive of court costs of $1,505.42 through the month of May.
All right. Ms. Jimerson, how are you going to get the rest of that paid out?
So is the one, so when he said the 1,000, now this for my May rent?
Yes.
Okay. So I've been missing work and I don't have no more PTO and stuff like that. But I know on the 13th when I get paid again, I should have at least 500 to give them. And then 2 weeks from then, for the rest of my
Okay. I got
thing. But I also I never used the SCR before, but I can go talk to DHS about that if I need that. I never did that before. So
All right. Well, let me just give you perspective. You can file for an SCR if that's what you want to do. And how many people are in your house, Miss Jimerson?
I live by myself.
Okay. So the most that, let's say they approved it, the most that you would be able to get through an SCR would be $410.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So just to keep that in perspective, if you do that, in your paperwork, there's a rental assistance form. You'll need to fill that out, put the tracking number on there, and then get it down to the court by next Wednesday.
Okay.
Okay. But what I'll do, you get the 500 by the 15th, get that paid in as early as possible or whenever, because Holly's here, so she'll let us know.
Okay.
And I'll adjourn this out to May 15, 2026 at 2 p.m. Okay?
All right. Thank you.
Got that? All right. And
Thank
most
you.
importantly, feel better, okay?
Yes, we're getting there.
All
Appreciate
right.
it.
Take care.
You too.
Peninsula Place versus Micah Jackson. Micaiah Jackson, I think it's pronounced.
They're here.
They're here. Where are they?
I'm here.
Hello.
Hello. I'm here.
We're having problems hearing you. Miss Jackson, is something
Hello?
blocking your microphone?
I'm trying to speak. I'm trying to
Oh.
turn on my camera as well. Just give me 1 second. I'm not
Okay.
sure.
I hear her better now, but I don't.
I am so sorry. It was working earlier.
Oh, sure. No, I'm kidding. All right. we'll get through, Miss Jackson. We'll get through, Miss Jackson. Okay, what is plaintiff's claim?
Your Honor, we show a balance of $1,337.42 inclusive of costs through the month of May.
All right. Miss Jackson, how are you intending on getting that paid?
So, I was going to do a payment today. I'm having problems with my payroll, my HR. I work for a group home and it's only been up and running for 3 years, so we're still having problems. Like today I was supposed to get paid earlier. Payroll has still not been sent out. So I will make a payment today and then the remaining balance will be paid by the 15th.
By the 15th?
Yes, before noon.
All right, so let me just ask you this. Let's do it this way since you're having problems with the payroll. You can, what you're telling me is you can get this entire balance paid by the 15th?
Yes, sir.
All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna indicate in my file that you'll pay the balance by the 15th. Okay, I'll adjourn this out to May 15th, 2026 at 2 p.m. Okay, so get that all paid off. And that's an in-person hearing, but if you have everything paid off and you're sure it's all paid off, I don't need to see you.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Much like today that I can't see.
I'm so
okay?
sorry. I'm so sorry.
No,
guys.
it's okay, Miss Jackson. You take care. Have a great weekend.
Have a good one.
Peninsula Place versus Isabella Hannah. Or Hannah. Isabel Hannah, not checked in. You may proceed.
Your Honor, move the court for entry of a default judgment for possession. Rent to retain is $1,282.70. Costs are $177.72 for a total redemptive amount of $1,460.42. Possession only, please, with a writ to issue after May 18th, if not paid in full.
Judgment to the plaintiff, that's by default for possession. Redemption amount is in the amount requested. Writ to issue 10 days.
Thank you.
Peninsula Place versus John Robinson. John Robinson, not checked in. You may proceed.
I move the court for a default judgment for possession only. Rent retains $858.24. Costs are $177.72 for a total redemptive amount of $1,035.96. Judgment for possession only, again with a writ date after the 18th, if not paid in full.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession. Redemption amount is in the amount requested. Writ to issue 10 days. Peninsula Place versus Manika. Is it Burbridge? Manika Burbridge. They're not here. You may proceed.
Move the court for default judgment for possession. Rent to retain is $1,522.70. Costs are $177.72 for a total of $1,700.42. Writ to issue after May 18th, if not paid in full.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession. Redemption amount in the amount requested. Writ to issue in 10 days. Peninsula Place versus Taylor Shayla. Or Shayla Taylor, excuse me. Oh, there she is. Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
All right. What is plaintiff's claim in this case?
Inclusive of court costs, Your Honor, $2,577.16 through the month of May.
All right. Taylor, how are you going to get that paid?
So this morning I logged on and I paid $1,192. I had a cut at my hours at my job, so I got a new job. But I don't get paid again until the 22nd of this month, but I could pay it in full on the 22nd.
Okay. So you paid $11.92 this morning.
Yes.
Was that I don't know if plaintiff was aware of that and whether or not that's been taken off of the balance or
I don't believe
I
that
just
it has,
did
Your
it,
Honor.
so-
So that would reduce her balance, I believe, to $1,385.16 if my math
All
is
right.
trusted, which it's usually not.
Okay. All right. So here's what I'll do, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to adjourn this out to the 15th, 2026 at 2 p.m. Okay. I realize that's for the date that you could pay. You can contact plaintiff and see if they'll arrange something with you to get it paid by then or how we want to proceed on it. Okay.
Okay. Sounds good.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Thank you. You have a great weekend.
Thank you. You too.
Peninsula Place versus Shatoya Cooper. Hold on. Is that Miss Cooper? She signed back in.
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. You were just named Motorola. So, but we got you now. Okay. All right. What is the claim?
Inclusive of court costs, Your Honor, $1,109.74 through the month of May.
All right. Cooper, how are you intending on getting that paid?
So right now, I'm supposed to be getting a loan from a family member. Then I ain't gonna lie, I've been out of a job, but I start one Tuesday. So I'm kind of dependent on my family member to help me out with that. But
Okay,
I do start.
understood.
Yeah.
When did they say when they were going to give you that loan to kind of tie you over?
Well, she says she can give it to me in the next 3 days. But I was gonna try to
Okay,
apply for a loan as well and try to figure it out.
okay. Have you tried for other assistance like an SCR or called SOS?
Actually, I'm just now looking at the paper and seeing that I'm able to do that. So I am gonna look into that and try to see if I can get help.
Okay. So let's do this then. I won't put down an amount that you're gonna pay. Hopefully your family member comes through. But I'll adjourn this out to May 15th, 2026 at 2 p.m. That's an in-person hearing. Okay. If you apply to SOS or do an SCR through DHHS, then make sure there's in your packet, there's a rental assistance form. Fill that
Okay.
out with all that information and any tracking numbers or other identifying information of your application. And file that with the court by next Wednesday, okay?
Okay.
All right. And then next Wednesday, we'll see how we're gonna work this through.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good weekend.
You too.
You too. Court calls the case of Peninsula Place versus Mohammed Aman. Mohammed Aman, not present. You may proceed, sir.
How do I?
To the court for default judgment for possession only, rent retains $1,358.98. Court costs are $177.72 for a total redemptive amount of $1,536.70. Again, possession only with writ to issue after May 18th, if not paid in full.
Judgment to the plaintiff, that's by default for possession, redemption amount, and any amount requested, writ to issue in 10 days. Court calls the case of Peninsula Place versus Rosa Gamino. Gamino, no response. You may proceed.
Plaintiff moves for default judgment for possession. Rent to retain is $1,133.22. Court costs are $177.72 for a total redemptive amount of $1,310.94. Possession only, please, with the writ to issue after the 18th of May, if not paid in full.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession, redemption amount, any amount requested, writ to issue in 10 days. Peninsula Place versus Samaya Eatman. Samaya Eatman, not present. You may proceed.
Plaintiff moves for default judgment for possession. Rent retains $1,611.83. Court costs are $177.72. Total redemptive amount $1,789.55. Possession only, please, with the writ to issue after May 18th, if not paid in full.
Judgment to the plaintiff, that's by default for possession, redemption amount, any amount requested with a writ to issue in 10 days. Is that it for you? I think it is.
So, Your Honor.
All right. Take care. Are you here this afternoon or no?
I'm not. Holly, are you?
Yes, but Becky is going to
Oh,
be.
Becky's coming out. That's an in-person. Okay. I will not see you, but Holly will. So I guess that's a win.
All right. Take care. Have a good weekend.
Have a good day.
Gordon Scott versus Michelle Mathis. Gordon Scott, Michelle Mathis.
I'm here, Your Honor.
Okay.
I'm here.
I'll need cameras.
Cameras. Thank you.
Okay, that didn't do it.
That didn't do it.
Yeah, there's something wrong with your.
Okay.
All right, I've got Miss Mathis. All right. Well, this is how we'll proceed. Sir, what is your claim in this case?
We've asked Miss Mathis to leave the house over a year ago, and that didn't happen.
All right, Miss Mathis. What's your position on this?
I had a hardship and I moved in with my mother and Mr. Gordon, which is her significant other. They helped me out. I did look and I had hardship with my car. It broke down for 2 months. I didn't work for 2 months at that point. And yeah, just constantly hardship. Someone just rear-ended my truck and now it's totaled. So I had to get another vehicle. It's constant. And I am looking for a place. I do have a Country Meadows that I was getting into. They do not have any units available until the last week of June, which would have been first week of July. I could move in.
All right. Have you guys tried to work out a move out date?
I asked her to leave a year ago. I assume that this has been plenty of time for her to work out a move out date.
So I'll take that as a no. All right. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to adjourn this out. She's entitled to the adjournment May 15th, 2026 at 2 p.m. That is an in-person hearing, so I'll need to have both of you here on that date, and then we'll figure out how we're going to resolve it.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Alik, is it Sadov versus Arnold Sadov?
Yes, Your Honor. This is Alex Sidov.
All right. Arnold here? Doesn't look like. All right. And sir, this is a termination.
Yes, I'm seeking court order for eviction of the defendant.
All right. Hold on a second. All right. First of all, clarify something. Arnold is who to you?
First degree relative. He's my son.
That's your son? Okay.
Yes.
And okay, sir, the one thing I'm not seeing in the I don't see a notice to quit that would have to be served prior to the court getting jurisdiction of the case.
So I submitted the printout of the text message that I served to Arnold.
I know, but that's not a legal 30-day notice. I have to have the paperwork.
Okay. I will
and I
fill it
don't
out.
have that.
Yes.
So
and-
if you did, so regrettably, sir, if you didn't do that, the court doesn't get statutorily, I can't get jurisdiction over the case and you'll have to start over. I don't have a choice but to dismiss the case if there's no notice to quit.
All right. Well, it's been very difficult to work with Arnold on this. I can serve it to him, but I'm not sure how I can prove it because there's no way you want me to
Well,
record
if,
that or.
sir, if you look at the form,
Yeah.
if you indicate that you served it on him, then you submit that with your paperwork. I just don't have it, so I don't get jurisdiction over the case. So you'll have to start over on it.
Okay, Judge. Can you please
All
repeat
right.
the name of the form or what's the title of the form?
If you ask them for a notice to quit for termination of tenancy, I think that's still the name of it. Then the clerks at the courthouse would be able to get that to you.
Okay. Thank you.
All
Your Honor.
right. So I'm going to have to dismiss this case, lack of subject matter jurisdiction.
So I'll need to resubmit everything again.
Yes. Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Lori Anderson versus Armani Lyman.
Hi, Judge.
Hello, Miss Anderson.
I
All
want
right.
On advice of counsel, I wanted to cancel this matter.
You want to dismiss it?
Yes, sir.
Case is dismissed without prejudice.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, for that block. Yay, we're back on track. Kinda. All right. Court stands in recess. Thank you, FOC. Well, never mind. All right. All right. 103 South Huron versus Joshua Bertram. That matters dismissed on plaintiff's motion without prejudice.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day.
You do the same, Mr. Printer. Bio Properties versus Melissa Daly. Now, it's just, this isn't one of those. So.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Jim McCarroll on behalf of Beal Properties.
Judge Dominic Hampton appearing on behalf of Melissa Daly.
All right. Are you appearing on behalf of Hardman?
Those are children, Judge.
Those are children. Gotcha. All right. Where are we on this?
You already come. Judge, there was a consent order that was issued maybe a month and a half ago. Client filed paperwork not through my office initially, indicating that she was having some medical issues. I appeared
regarding the move out.
Yeah, plaintiff's counsel understandably was not there because I don't think my client served them, so I'm not taking any issue with that at all. Subsequent to that, the plaintiff's counsel filed the actual writ to evict my client, and the court set it for hearing today. I can tell the court that I got notification from my client of today's hearing. It didn't come directly from the courthouse, which okay. But my client did inform me that she's having a heart procedure that started at about, she had to be at the hospital at 7 a.m. And I did not, she basically had told me she had been waiting for the appointment and there was an appointment that opened, and I instructed my client that she needed to keep her appointment because with all due respect to this court, her health took precedence, and I'll fill the gap in for her. But her procedure was today.
Okay.
Well, Your Honor, insofar as the appearance here, I certainly have no truck with that. But there was an order that said that the defendants were going to vacate by April 1st. They did not. That order was entered in February. They had a month and a half to effectuate what they were supposed to do, and they continue to occupy the property. My client understandably wants possession of the property, and that's why we're here today.
Do we have any verification that this procedure is taking place?
I have an email, Judge,
from her. But nothing.
I did not ask for any verification from the doctor's office, Judge.
No rent is being paid, right?
Correct. She was a Section 8.
Section 8 been terminated?
It has been terminated, Your Honor. I'm just told by my client that the debt is up to $50,000 at this point. Yes, Your Honor.
I mean, we're going to get into, maybe we need to get into but there's some question about whether it was terminated correctly, or was necessarily caused it to basically be lapsed, which was the basis for the counter complaint that was filed in this case. Essentially, the reason why the parties agreed to dismiss it without prejudice.
So you're indicating you want to raise the initial issues that were subject to the dismissal.
If we could approach.
Yeah. All right, record indication was down for case. This is regarding the issuance of the writ in this matter. Mr. Hampton was gracious enough to share with myself and counsel the email that was sent. The nature, I don't know the entire nature of the procedure that the defendant is undergoing. However, one thing that is stated in there that shed some light for the court is that she indicates to be available next week. I'm not going to adjourn it to next week because I don't know that there's really an issue ultimately that this court is going to come to. So I'm going to issue the writ, but delay its execution and indicate that it can be executed no earlier than the 29th. All right. So that way she's got to the end of the month and she's done. Counsel posed a good question that is to trying to make sure that it's final. I wish a lot of things in my life were final. If somebody comes in and says something, I think I'm obligated to listen, but the intent of the court in doing this is that this is it. It's done. We're one or two ways it's going to happen at the end of this month. Right.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. Thank you. When we locate it, I have to just put on there.
Not prior to the 20.
Yeah, I had to be actually forever. Real properties versus Matana Patrick. Are these?
Okay, another Jimmy Carl on behalf of Beal Properties.
The first two are, got it. Your name? Simple. Your name, sir?
Matata Patrick.
All right. Well, where are we on this case?
Your Honor, the rent to retain is $2,980.32 with costs of $176.32 for a total of $3,162.64. We're asking for a writ date of May 18th.
All right. Anybody? Yes. Your position with this is you can restate it for the record. Your position with this case? Yes. Okay. So what were you going to tell me?
So there's correspondence with the actual homeowner that there's an agreement where we would continue to pay the rent that we've been paying. In addition to the utility bills that I do a utility allowance for, which were done on yesterday, as a matter of fact. And then we would continue to seek alternate funding for the back rent, as well as find Mr. Matata a new unit to go to. And then my agency could then, if we couldn't seek an alternate community resource to pay for his back rent or pay a portion of that, we could then pay that entire back rent at that point once he leaves the unit. And that's in correspondence. There's an entire email thread with that the previous attorney should have access to. The one that was here a week ago.
All right. So
That's all I believe the name was.
yeah. So what's really happening is the rent's going to be paid going forward.
It has been for the last 2 months. We've paid 2 payments already of $17.60, plus have done 2 utility allowances for Mr. Matata as well.
So what months would those be?
It was March and it was April, and then I just delivered one. Yes. Wednesday, maybe Tuesday, Wednesday. It was a little late because our printing machine was down. I delivered it to the new address on Michigan Avenue in the Dropbox.
So that payment must not have been taken off of this account. And the only reason, okay, the only reason I'm saying that is because the number claimed owed went up 1 month. But if what you're indicating happened, then it's gonna go back to that one figure where I have a static amount of back rent. Okay,
Correct.
all right. No, that's okay. So what are we gonna do then? On the case, I get that rent's being paid going forward, but I don't know.
And then homeowner, I'm not sure. I assumed there was correspondence with them. He had agreed, he said, put it in letterhead, which I attached to the email as he suggested with the terms. So I'm not exactly sure.
Go ahead, yeah.
Your Honor, my client has indicated that what he is willing to accept as a conditional dismissal with the terms that have been laid out before the court.
Okay, I guess I don't have a problem with it, but I don't want to end up as the one thing that I didn't hear. Is there a date that he's going to move, or has that been resolved?
For alternate housing right now.
Okay, that's gonna be right. No, I get it. I guess that's gonna be my problem with the conditional dismissal because there isn't an end.
Well,
Oh,
I would raise the question then, is there a reasonable expectation he'd be out by the end of June? Because we put at the end of June date in there. If not, then we're back to the question you pose, Your Honor.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's realistic under. I mean, I can't force somebody to agree to that date. It sounds to me like the parties are working together so that everything stays static. The one thing that's missing is that end date. And how many people are in his family? Do you know? Is it just him? That's gonna be, okay. Now I understand. That's gonna be the problem, because you gotta find a unit for 7.
And the family has no income, so that's been the issue, accumulating late fees, and there have been some fees that have been attached that our grant could not cover, so I've had to find, for the last several years, we've been working with him, community resources to cover these fees. And at this point, we've just ran out of funding for those resources. He's access to the ESG funding through SOS several weeks ago, which was the max at that point. And so we've met that for the year already.
So he's already gone through SOS, got the 3.
Correct. My agency, though, I was confirmed with my supervisor on Thursday. We're getting some additional funding for housing in June. What that looks like, I'm not entirely sure. We could put some of that funding towards that balance at that.
It's coming from the county.
No, sir, I'm not sure what the funding is. If it's
Okay,
grant or.
gotcha. Okay, no, the other reason I'm asking is because everything is now messed up with funding.
Yeah.
In a big way. So. Let me ask this. If the back balance got paid, are they gonna be able to stay or no? I mean,
Our client indicates yes, Judge.
okay.
My grant, unfortunately, we can't pay that back rent until he's out of the unit.
Because nobody wants to make my life easy. Okay. Then it's fine.
Client indicates, Judge, if the court is comfortable with putting either a July or an August date to give them more time, we could put that in the conditional dismissal if the court is comfortable with it.
I'd be comfortable with this because we could do that so that there's a conditional dismissal of August, but that there would be no writ without a hearing. I don't, and here's the reason I'm saying that. The issue with what's now happened with funding in this county is my head is still about to explode from a Wednesday morning meeting that I had regarding that. Because the amount of funding lessening as we go into the summer to save people's housing. So normally under the circumstance, we'd be able, quite frankly, if we were in the winter, which is another weird thing, we'd likely be able to find funding to pay this back balance and then move forward. I can tell you right now, it's not going to happen. In particular, if he's already tapped into the resources, it's not going to happen. So I don't have a problem, and I'd appreciate if there was an August date, but that there be a hearing prior to the issuance of that. But as a part of that conditional dismissal, his current monthly rent has to be paid forward so that this amount doesn't get higher.
So that's what we've agreed to.
Okay. Then I don't have a problem if we do an August date, but there'd have to be a hearing. And again, it's just because we're in so much flux. He's got to find a place for 7 people. But I'd be comfortable doing that. Would that work for you, sir? All right.
So we'd have an end date of end of August, and there would by necessity be a hearing prior to the issuance of the writ.
Correct.
Okay. I'll get that drafted and filed.
All right. So I'll mark this conditionally dismissed and then submit the paperwork to me. Sir, I do have to advise you that you're appearing here, you're not represented by counsel. Once you sign on to the conditional order dismissal, and I think it's clear what has to happen. They're going to be paying your rent. Got that? Going forward, so there's no balance. And then they're going to be looking for housing for you, but nothing would happen until August. You understand that? All right. And then should you not have secured housing by August, there would be a hearing before this court before an issuance of the writ. You understand that? Those are the basic terms.
Thank you.
All right. And so since you're unrepresented by counsel, once you sign off on that, you have 3 business days from the date of my signature to move this court to set that aside. Believe that there's some confusion on your part, some misrepresentation, something you didn't understand, or some right you didn't assert. Okay, that doesn't mean I would grant it, but you'd have that time frame. Got it? Okay. Thank you, folks. Is that it for you, counsel? Or?
No, Judge, I have one more. This is going to make my head explode.
Okay. Are his? Oh, they are.
They are.
Graham Partner versus Fry. Well, let me just call all 4 because I think we got an issue. Mika Fry, Naja Brown, Going Robinson, and Raisha Sen. You all just come up because I mean I'm going to have a similar one. They can just line up down that side. All right, who do I have here? Your name.
Morning.
Going Robinson.
So the one I'm missing is Fry.
Okay, SK, is that?
It's just not in.
This is okay, SK Properties.
Yes.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Noel South appearing on behalf of the plaintiff NKSK Properties. And I
What? Who are? What counsel? What case do you have? Are you trying to? Is that an appearance you have?
Yes, Your Honor.
Let me see the appearance. You're in the next block.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's all right.
I thought that.
Just had me confused.
I was confused. I thought that case had been called, so.
Okay.
Okay.
So this is the Ram Partners versus these individuals. And
I told you this is gonna make my head explode, Judge.
all right. So the last time we were here, we had a problem with these properties because these were filed. These are really Arbor 1 cases, right? And the part that I'm a bit confused about is, so for filing in the name of Beal, then there was some indication sent out that Ram Partners is now the management company.
That is what I understand as well, Judge. So we're gonna have to file amended complaints.
Yes, but I don't know what I have amended complaint.
Oh, they've already filed them. Okay, I was told.
Well,
filed.
They filed them. Gonna be here.
Yeah, I had a here for Ram Partners. No, because it was under
Who
Beagle.
are you?
I'm the property manager for the property.
Okay,
I just found out.
what's your name?
An hour ago, Jillian Bailey.
Okay. So here's gonna be the problem. In my mind, because I've got to sort this out. The last time we were here, the balances were of such a level, at least on 3 out of the 4, if I'm recalling, that they covered a significant time period. Typically, that might be okay, except that these are really Arbor 1 cases. Arbor 1 has, there's significant litigation in our circuit court as well as the federal court. And so I don't know, first of all, whether this management company or whether Arbor 1 can proceed on these. And that may be part of the problem. The other issue in that is that since some of the amounts were of the nature that they were, even if on X date they could proceed, I'm worried that the back balances were part of something else. And it worried me even more because a new management company came in, so they're going to be looking at the number that they would have. I get that. But they may or may not know that part of that number may have been dealt with or disposed of to the extent that they can proceed. May have been dealt with in the circuit court. I think my head just exploded. I think it just went just Friday.
Misery loves company, Judge.
All right. So that's where we are. I don't know what go ahead.
Judge, I was brought into this late yesterday afternoon. As you know, Ms. Holm has been handling this. She's on trial today. What I have when I discussed this with her, she said that she's having difficulty accessing the circuit court ROA to get the actual documents that she needs to know whether or not this court has stayed. And I suggested, and I have not had the time because I was on trial yesterday, whether we should talk with the prosecutor and see whether or not they can tell us where their cases are. And so that's my hope, is to sometime next week sit down with Ms. Holm when we're both in the office together, get a strategy together, and maybe contact the prosecuting attorney to find out where their cases are, to tell you whether or not you can go forward on these. Because she has tried, and I know she's been working on this, trying to access the ROA for the circuit court unsuccessfully, to access whatever order there is that tells you essentially whether or not you have the right.
Right. Whether or not these cases can go forward. I will tell you, and just to back up, because I don't know that I told Ms. Holden. after the last hearing, or maybe the one before that, I can't remember. Because there was some confusion on my part, I contacted the other side of that litigation, that being legal services, to try and determine whether or not these folks were well, I was really more focused on the units, because there were some units that didn't have COC, some did, and I don't know when all of that transpired. You want to say something, because you always do. Go ahead, no.
Stating that it was a property management. That's been nice. I moved in. I was moved from the buildings that were not under compliance, and I was moved into a building that also was not under compliance when I moved in. And I have the email stating that when I withdrew my rent and everything. And also, I just want to mention.
Well, what time period are you talking about?
This was December 3rd of 2025, and I have the email from the property manager stating that they did not have even temporary certificates at that time. So
in December 2025.
yes, and then I continued to email from there. I continued
Go ahead.
to email from that point on, and I kind of got ignored, and then so reaching kind of before I came here to court, I made an agreement with Jessica Nice. She said I did not have to pay this balance to avoid the eviction process, and I do have emails and paperwork regarding that. So when I was supposed to leave, I was summoned to court.
Jessica with who?
Works with field practice.
Okay. Anything you want to tell me?
It's got a eviction on my record, so I can't go anywhere. So when I do apply, so
You're trying to figure out what you can do if you want. I got you.
stressed out.
And
you're stressed out?
I'm 50 years old. I want to be on.
You're not 50. Don't even try. All right. All right. All right. So first of all, quit stressing. Because you stress, then I stress, then things get bad. All right, Mr. Robinson, anything you want to tell me, sir?
I was told the same thing she was.
And
I come back up. I didn't want to pay.
Okay. And so counsel, just so that, because you weren't part of those other cases, I had about before the case got filed against Arbor One et al., the federal part of that came in. I still had up until sometime last month, initially starting 50 Arbor One cases. Those cases were working themselves through in some way, but then got stopped because of the circuit court matter. At some point, and again, I'm sort of unclear, the circuit court was not preventing this court from going forward on those cases. I was just reluctant because there were global agreements going. What these two are telling me makes sense, okay? Because there were buildings where the certificate of compliance was not there. And I can't tell you off the top of my head which buildings those were at this point. I mean, I could look back at my records. But that rent, at some point, the circuit court ruled, because we had to get rid of escrow that was in our accounts. And at some point, that escrow was given back to the tenants, either in full or at a 50% rate, because they couldn't theoretically charge rent. But the money could have been used for the repairs. And I think Judge Kunke did something along those lines regarding that. We got rid of, ultimately, all cases where there was escrow and got those resolved. Additionally, with that, the cases that were here brought in the name of Arbor One were all dismissed. And so I was, when I found out, because they were filed in the name of Beal, and now they're filed in the name of Ram. Once I found out that it was Arbor One, I think it was Mr. Robinson that told me, he just blurted it out, and I stopped immediately because I didn't know that they could proceed. Okay. And also, counsel, I don't know what date, it was a Tuesday, I think, in April. Counsel, was it Bodman that was representing? They were representing Arbor One. And on the day that we got rid of the last of the cases that were before me, part of that large group, they made no mention, which I think they would have, that there were more Arbor One cases coming.
I could confirm that with Bodman's attorney.
Okay, because I think that may be, certainly you can go to the prosecutor about where things are, but you may want to also go to them as to whether or not, because it may be, and Ram may or may not know that, it may be that they can't at this point proceed on these cases. But if you can, I mean, I don't mind hearing them, but because I like banging my head against the wall. But I don't mind hearing them, but it's just, I just want to make sure everybody's operating in the right way. And and I just want to make this clear. I don't doubt what those two are saying. I think, unbeknownst to a lot of people, these balances on some of these things got wiped. And not everybody knows. Because that's what was happening on a number of different cases and units. All right, so what do you want me to do? Because I'm going to go back and rest for a minute.
Well, before you do that, Judge, perhaps we should adjourn.
Yes. And how much time?
I've got to coordinate with at least 2 other offices, Judge.
You guys are all still in your units, right? Okay. Why don't you think if I kick them out to the 29th? Just do the last Friday in the month and then figure out where we are. Does that work?
That should work, Judge.
All right. Then I'll adjourn these to May 29th, 2026. Time 3 p.m. in person. Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
You, young lady, you told me the last time you were on Zoom that you were all stressed out. You were giving me a bunch of stuff. All right. Now listen, just listen to me. All of this is confusing. I get it. It's confusing in some respects to me because there are all these moving pieces. Told me about some of the issues you had. Do not stress out about this, okay? You're not going anywhere. Nothing is going to happen until I say it's going to happen, and I haven't said so. So I do not want you worrying about anything. You hear me? You promise me? I don't care if you worry, because none of you worry, okay? You guys have a great weekend. Can you make those mandatory? Those are going to be the same thing for sure. They're just. Oh no, this one too. Thank you. That ends that block, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh, well then I'm done. I can go out and you'll get me set up for the next block and then I'll come back out. Court's gonna stand in recess. All right. Folks, I will advise you that at 2:15, I have to take a break for about a half an hour, but I'm going to try to get you guys through here. Court does call the case of Tracy Group versus Megan Davidson.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Dan Shemke appearing on behalf of Tracy Group, plaintiff.
Tenant did not check in. All right, would you like to take a default on this?
I would.
Raise your right hand to be sworn. Solemnly swear affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
All right, go ahead. What is your claim?
Your Honor, I represent the LLC, I believe they are. I'm familiar with their books and records with respect to the property in question in this matter. The total outstanding rent is $20,800. To that, we've requested the addition of $300 in late fees. And then I would ask for the statutory attorney fee of $75.
And the total on that?
The total on that is $21,175.
$21,175.
Correct.
Court will grant judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession with redemption amount in the amount requested, as well as a money judgment. I believe, did they appear the last time? I don't have them appearing. No, I don't have them. Correct. I don't have them appearing, so I won't issue money judgment.
So you will not?
Will not, because I don't think I have them appearing and I do not have personal.
You do have personal service, Judge.
I have service by attachment.
We managed to get personal service on the 30th, and that should be in the court file. I have a copy of it here. If you would like to see it.
I think my file was not updated.
Showing jams.
There's an amended, it was the service of the amended complaint that was personal. They didn't update my card stock. All right, then I will issue a money judgment also in that amount. It's all by default with the writ to issue in 10 days.
Thank you, Judge. May I approach on a?
May. Versus Ashley Peters. And Asia Riggs and Asia Prenderberg.
Hi, it's just me. I'm Ashley Peterson. My brother and sister are not present.
Your brother and sister.
Yeah, Brian Riggs Jr. is my brother and Ayana Asia Jeans is my sister.
Okay, I don't have Brian as a defendant. What I have are you and two Asias. So, all right, all right.
Afternoon, Your Honor. Noel Sala appearing on behalf of the plaintiff, NKSK Properties LLC.
All right. And
I have lost. Okay. Or at least according to my copy of the complaint, Brian Lamont Riggs Jr. is listed.
yes, you're right. Actually, there's only one Asia. Well, I have Asia Jean. All right. They need to correct this card stock because I think I see what they did. Don't know why. Okay, I do have Brian. Okay.
This is a complaint for non-payment of rent.
Yes.
Defendants have in fact vacated the premises.
They have.
Subsequent to the filing of the complaint, but on April the 13th or thereabouts. I'm not uncertain.
I'm sorry,
We vacated the premises before April the 13th.
what day did you vacate?
I would say the 2nd.
Of April. Okay. So this is just a money judgment claim.
Yes, Your Honor. Um,
So what's the claim?
well, the claim is, Your Honor, that there was a lease.
I got that part, but how much money are you claiming?
Well, we're asking them, there was, for April, there was, for March, there was $1,000 on. For April, there was $3,000, and May, because it is now May, there is 3,000. There's also a one
surrender. What? How long did the lease run?
The lease ran through August of 2026.
All right. And so how much are you claiming for May?
For May, 3,000.
All right. So your total claim is 7,000?
Plus there's a water bill of $1,001. And that was also included in the rent, and I have to print out from Pittsfield Charter Township.
Okay, we can get to that. I'm just trying to figure out what your claim. Okay, so it's a water bill. You basically had 7,000 in rent, $1,000 and some little over $1,000 in a water bill. What else? Is that
220? We did not claim for property damages. We would. So the only thing in the supplemental complaint was for the rent, the contractual rent.
all right? What's your position on this?
Well, I was actually proud. And I won't say exactly the words that he said to me.
Who?
The landlord, actually. But I had for the month of March, I had told him earlier in December of 2025 that I wouldn't be able to make the rent every first of the month. And he said, okay, that's okay. We talked verbally because he had came by 2 weeks ago now. He said, okay. And I said, eventually I may have to move out and break the lease. He said, okay, make sure you give me a 60-day notice and blah, 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 blah. Well, blah, 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 blah is make sure you give me a 60-day notice and or something, whatever. So we got that done. And all I know is from that day forward, he had been basically harassing me about the rent. And I told him, you'll still get your $3,000. I just won't be able to pay it on the first like I was because I had help from my citizen. Now, prior to March happening, I had sent him a couple of text messages about things that were failing in my house, which is like the draining. When you turn on the shower, you could hear draining in the master bedroom. You could hear it in the living room, other things of sort. As far as the bathroom, other issues, faucets and stuff, it was just basically maintenance that was pushed off and ignored. But he had ended up texting me or contacting me and telling me that somebody will be by to look at it. So this particular day was had to be like March 27th.
Okay.
26th. So around that time, I was actually I had to take my kids to Chuck E. Cheese for one of their signals.
Hold on a moment. So you're claiming, before you get into everything, you're claiming that you don't owe this money?
Yeah. I'm claiming that I don't owe them.
Okay, and your basis for claiming that you don't owe the money without going through the whole story is what?
Well, in the month of March, I gave him $2,000. Earlier that day, we had an argument because he had sent, basically he sent.
Well, I think they're agreeing to that because they're only saying 1,000 for that month.
The 1,000 and the other 4,000 that they're talking about. I don't know why they're even claiming that because after he told me, invested me out and told me to get my things, to get my children to get out, I did that within the same week I was going.
When did that happen?
March 22nd. He cursed me out. I asked him why. He still came by, picked up the money with his wife, And I proceeded to ask him, like, what was the issue? Because I didn't do anything but put in a request for my home to be fixed and looked at the things that were falling apart. And he called me on my phone and said all types of belligerent things, calling me names and told me to get my stuff and get out. Therefore, that same night he came by, picked up the $2,000, I went online, found me another house.
Got it.
I was out before then, I signed my lease and everything, so I don't have any late payment. Oh, and as far as the, I'm sorry,
Did the other folks leave also?
the other folks left before.
Or you?
Before Christmas, and I lived in the that's why I had let them know I was in their half of the rent.
Gotcha. Okay. I got you. So counsel, I mean, basically what she's saying is effectively evicted in essence from the premises already. Your client resorted to self-help in terms of evicting her from the premises.
I don't think I heard that, Your Honor. She volunteered. I don't know the details of the discussion between the two of them, and I will have my client testify as to that, but that's not a constructive eviction when she said he asked for 6.
If a landlord goes by, tells you to get out, threatens you, calls you names, and you vacate the premises, that certainly can constitute a constructive eviction. I'm not making that finding. I'm just saying that's what she's claiming, that she had to leave. Yes.
Right.
Please. Your Honor, this is
My name is Majid Kahala. I'm the landlord. So I got everything, between me and Ashley. We never called on the phone except one time, and I got it recorded, and she knows I was recording. She said I called her names and stuff. That's not true because I got it recorded in my phone. And she left the house and April 13th, she just texted me, your key in the mailbox. You have a nice life. Prior to this, never mentioned she's leaving the house. She said she's.
You guys tried to re-rent the premises or no?
yes, Your Honor, we will, but there was substantial garbage and damage done to the property.
Got it.
And
she left everything in the house. Even, the fridge was full. Closing the dishwasher.
So we have not been able to put it back on the market yet. We do have an estimate from Nash Brothers, an invoice from Nash Brothers Services, talking about the amount of work that they had to do in order to clean up the property.
Where's that from?
Nash and Brothers, dumpster rentals, snow removal.
Have they been apprised of that?
No, Your Honor, that they've not, because we do not have any, other than a telephone, we were not given it a forwarding address. We don't know where to forward anything.
Again. She wasn't picked up.
So there are additional claims other than this $8,000?
Yes, there will be additional claims for property damage.
So when are you going to have that number?
The number I got an estimate from the others. This one we already paid, the 6,000.
When are you going to have the number for the total of your claim?
I got them.
We could have it within 2 weeks, Your Honor.
Court has set a final settlement conference on this case for June 2nd, 2026, 9 a.m. That's in person. The other parties need to be here also because I guess they were under the lease on this. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Peninsular Place versus Keebaugh Henderson.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Rebecca Austin for plaintiff.
Hello. Kivo Henderson, they are not checked in. Would you like to take a default, counsel?
Your Honor, this again is the gentleman who serves in the military and he was
Oh.
on training at the last hearing. And I will tell you, since we were here last on April 24, we did receive $2,000 that I think Mr. Henderson had been waiting for. Unfortunately, now May rent is due, so I don't know what the court wants to do. I mean, so now owes May rent. I don't know if you want me to dismiss and refile for May, but then he's going to incur court costs again, or if we just want to adjourn this maybe one more time and we can kind of get to the bottom of May rent, because that's really all he owes at this point.
Apologize, this defendant emailed me earlier today. He was getting on to Zoom.
Did he say he was deployed someplace or he was having problems?
He just said he was unable to connect to Zoom today. He didn't give any other reason.
All right. I don't know if you heard that, counsel, but he contacted the court, said he's having problems getting online with us. So why don't we try to get May straightened out? Let me adjourn this to the end of the month, May 29th.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. What time?
May 29th, 2026, 12 noon.
Perfect. Thank you, Your Honor. Have a great afternoon. Have a great weekend.
All right, you do the same. Is that it for you, Holly?
That is it for today.
All right, very good. Take care. Have a great weekend.
Have a wonderful weekend.
Town Center Place versus Viola Hines.
Good afternoon, Judge Mark Wasbury for plaintiff.
And I have counsel, I don't know where he is, Alex Henry, is supposed to be here with legal aid. I've been emailing him since last week.
You say Mr. Henry representing you?
Mm-hmm.
Did he say that?
Yep, he sent me an email. And asked me, did I still need his services? And I told him, yeah, I called him this morning and I emailed him this morning and I didn't get no response. Because of legal aid, they don't have walk-ins anymore, you have to call. And he said he was gonna help us get the other documents that she need. They sent her birth certificate application back. Social Security closed the week we was gonna go, open back up this week. And I had no money to catch the bus. So he emailed me on the 28th, said he was gonna help us. And I have this I gave to her.
Hold on.
Regardless of the documents, it's true, they do owe us some documents. I think the last time, a couple of weeks ago, you ordered Ms. Hines to pay escrow. That was a problem. And my assistant called the court 2 days ago. It was not paid. She's paid nothing since November. Now, of course.
I didn't get my check. They, FIA said I had to turn a statement in, so Social Security put a hold on it until they recalculate, they said, because FIA paid, Department of Human Services pays my Medicare premium. And so she said she needed 2 statements from Chime. And I emailed her that, and I've been calling them every day.
When are you supposed to get your check?
As soon as FIA releases it, they do their part. And Social Security, I called them yesterday, and they said as soon as they get the paperwork from FIA saying that they're gonna pay their part.
Well, Judge,
But I have 280 on the 27th.
I'm going to assume that this court did question her on the funds last time we were in court, and I think there was a representation that she would be able to do it. And even before we started this case, she hadn't been paying her rent. Last time she paid was November.
Yep.
So that's an
contact legal.
I should have paid it.
Mr. Henry.
I should have paid it, but they refused to fix anything in my apartment.
Pardon?
They don't want to fix nothing in my apartment.
Okay, Ms. Hines, I can.
And I can't reach out to agencies because I don't.
Hines, Ms. Hines, I may be able to get to all of those issues, but you've got to put the money in escrow.
I will.
When is it going in? Because you told me before you were gonna pay it in.
The 27th. I'll put it in there.
Well, that was, you were supposed to pay the 280 on that day.
Yeah, yes.
But what about
I
the,
was gonna try to give the 1,500
pardon?
on my check because I get 1164.
Pardon?
I get 1164 a month. And then when my daughter-in-law, well, my nephew's girlfriend, give me 280. Then I was gonna put that with it.
Ah. Is that the other
But
occupant?
I don't have no thing for court from the court to get help from the agency.
What do you mean you don't?
I don't have no court thing saying that I got owed that money. I filed for FIA.
Complaint, Ms. Hines.
Huh?
Who have you tried to contact?
The SER with FIA. And they sent me a letter back denying me, said, because they had I didn't have no documentation to send in showing that had to go to court for it.
You had to send them your complaint.
It's not on there.
What's not on there?
My writ?
Termination, Judge.
He's bringing me, taking me to court for something else, not writ.
Right, it's for termination, but should be able to get something from your landlord. This is what I owe.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
But
they want it.
Okay.
Something for it.
Got a document. You can submit that to.
Okay.
Yes.
I will do that.
Okay, but still, is it just you in your apartment?
Me and my nephew, he's on my lease, and then.
All right. So that'd be only about $520 of this.
Right.
Okay, so Ms. Hines, what do you want to do with this case? Because I
want to get it paid. I want them to fix everything in my apartment.
Okay, we'll get to that, but you're not really doing what you need to be doing on this case.
I know. But I will. I've just been stressed out.
Okay, everybody's stressed.
Yes.
So when are you going to get them to document? My understanding is there were some documents of Social Security, some other things that they.
Yeah.
When are you going to get them the documents?
We'll have them by the 27th, the attorney. He's working on it now.
Who's working on it?
Alex Henry with Legal Aid.
Oh. And you've not heard from Mr. Henry?
No, I don't know why a lawyer is needed for financial documents.
Well, I don't know that I can question that. I just need to know, did legal aid give you advice or are they going to represent you?
He said he was going to represent me.
All right, let me pass this briefly. I'm going to have my staff check because that puts me in a different posture if she's represented. I'll call you right back up, Ms. Swan.
All right.
Tabor Hill on Clark versus Sylvia Amory Brewer.
Ms. Haddad was speaking to tenants in the site.
So she's going to be working with tenants.
I believe so.
So
That's all this.
that's all that. Okay.
I left him a voicemail. I sent him an email. Did I miss it? Just pass for me.
I passed to keep trying to see if he's representing her.
Okay, then I'll.
Lori Anderson versus Armani Lyman.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Andrew Cates, P792 for Lori Anderson. I am standing in for the attorney of record, Sam Jarbo, this afternoon.
I have two cases, 0547 and one in 1281.
Okay, Your Honor, we were only going to address 547 case. My client has informed me she dismissed the other case.
She's dismissing the health hazard?
Yes.
The case is dismissed without prejudice. Thank you, Your Honor. All right, on the other case, this is a writ hearing. I received a. How much money's been received by your client?
Your Honor, to date, my client has received $7,600 toward the judgment. There remains a balance on the judgment of $4,107.37.
But has she, when you said toward the judgment, how much monies has she received since the time of the hearing?
7,600, Your Honor.
All right. Miss Lyman has sent to the court, and I can show you this to the council, that she was admitted at U of M. She asked for court to adjourn the matter. I didn't receive a communication from them, but she sent a picture of the wristband showing that she was admitted to the hospital. And if you want to see that, you can. As proof. So I have some difficulty proceeding forward. Are you available next week, counsel?
We can be, Your Honor, yes.
Okay. Then I'm going to grant the adjournment. I'm going to adjourn this matter to May 15th, 2026 at 2 p.m.
That was May 15th at 2 p.m., sir?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right.
This is no concept. I guess this is no one's hand.
Mary Queen versus Michael Vaughn. Yeah. So I printed it out. It was 16, right? So they had about 20. Hello,
Hello, how are you?
I'm okay. State your name.
Christine Schutz for Mary Guinan.
And he's on my sheet. Okay, all right. Vaughn, state your name, please.
Michael Vaughn.
All right. So how much do you have owing it?
At this point, I have $903.96. He did pay the rent. He did pay $500, but I would also like to put some things on the record that I think are relevant to this case.
Okay, but you, hold on. The amount you say he owes at this point is $903.
Yes, and 96 cents.
Okay. And 96 cents, you said. Okay. What did you want to say?
First of all, we are a family. We're not a business. This is a cottage that we rent that my dad built. Back in September, Michael Vaughn was kicked out of his cottage by his girlfriend because she was squatting. I said, that's not possible. She's not on the lease. He said, well, I'm afraid to go back in. He filed a PPO. In the PPO, he puts that she stole my keys and broke in. She spit in my face, throws stuff, pulled a knife, hammer, chopped, ripped.
I'm going to stop you. I don't know what that has to do with this case.
It's because I just found out she's living with him again. She's back in the house. And the whole point was that she planned on squatting, kicked him out. This is domestic violence. I'm afraid for his safety. I'm afraid for the property of our
Okay, but ma'am, I get all that, but that's not what's before me.
I know, but I just don't want something to happen. He's supposed to be out June 30th. I want to make sure he is evicted by June 30th. So this squatting or whatever he plans on doing doesn't happen.
I can't do anything about it.
Okay, well, then,
That's not jurisdictionally before me.
well, then I want to keep this case going until the lease is.
Well, if he pays it off, it's gonna end. But
Hasn't-
I can't just keep it going.
Right, but he has,
Filed a non-payment of rent case.
right, and he owes $903 at this point.
All right, Mr. Vaughn, when are you gonna pay the $903?
Okay, so my plan was to pay another 500 within the next 2 weeks, because it's gonna take me 2 weeks to get paid again. And then by the first, I planned on paying the remainder along with the June rent.
And also I gave him an eviction notice for the lease ending, and I want that on record.
Did you apply to SOS? So you have a map referral was given to you on April 6th. What came about from that? Mr. Vaughn?
Okay, there was a little lag there, but I think I heard you. I did apply CR. I got denied.
Okay.
I submitted
And
my
then-
income. It says I could. Because they
You
didn't,
applied
they wanted
through
verification.
SOS?
That was the reasoning.
Okay. So when are you gonna get this 903 paid?
Yeah, I did. And Hawk, and then that'll come in on the first. In 2 weeks, I planned on paying 500 more towards the back rent. And then on the first, when I owe June rent, I plan to pay off the remainder along with the June rent.
All right, Mayor, I'm gonna leave
I
it
get
up to
paid
you.
every 2 weeks.
This out to the 29th if you want to try to keep this thing going, or actually adjourn it into June. I don't care.
We can,
Or or I'll issue a judgment. What would you prefer?
well, I guess I want to make sure that I want him out June 30th at the end of the.
Ma'am, that's not before me.
I know it's not before.
What do you want me to,
I wanted to continue,
pardon?
continue. I want to make sure we.
I'll adjourn the matter to June 5th, 2026. We don't have the 5th. Wow, June 12th, that's fine. June, 1 PM.
1
Get
p.m.
ready to put it back then. We'll see where we are. Thank you.
Thanks, Your Honor.
She's still dealing with Town Center versus Riola Hines recall.
Mark Wasbury for plaintiff.
Ms. Hines, Mr. Henry has indicated to us that they are not representing you.
Oh. He told me he was when he emailed me.
Ma'am, I'm telling you, have my email copy.
I need to call him.
No, it says. Says I have spoken with Ms. Hines in the past, but not heard from her since April 28th. I do see she reached out by email this morning, but unfortunately, we don't have availability to enter her case at this time. So they're not representing you.
Okay. Then no. So can I?
They're seeking to terminate your tenancy because you don't have the stuff to them.
Right. I have 280 on 27th, another 500 on the 1st. I'll try to get more and go reach out to the agencies.
But this is, there's documents you're supposed to provide to the landlord.
Yes.
Haven't given those to them.
Right. And she said before she let me get evicted, she would leave, find somewhere to go. Stacy.
Do what?
Stacy Stieford says she would find somewhere else to go until she got all her paperwork.
Who is Stacy?
My nephew's girlfriend. They come from Oklahoma.
Well,
yeah, says she will.
When is she gonna move out?
She'll have to move out say next week. She says she'll find somewhere to go.
That's very weak.
Because you don't get a check till the 27th.
So it doesn't, I would ask for a judgment. I mean, it doesn't sound like there's any progress here. She's admitted the unauthorized occupant is living there. Unfortunately, this is not the first time we've been way behind on rent with Miss Hines.
Termination case, so I'm gonna find that at this time, there's no tribal issue. I'm gonna issue a judgment for. And I'm gonna make the writ date. I'm gonna do it this way, Mr. Fair. I'm gonna make the writ date extended to May 29th, 2026. I'll set a hearing on the writ that date. So we're just gonna do this all in one fell swoop. Will be done. That will be at 12 noon. Ms. Hines, I can't make it any clearer. I'm issuing a judgment. You'll be evicted after the 29th.
If I get the,
Supply all the documents to the landlord.
okay,
They need to be supplied to them. I'm giving one more shot. That'd be the hearing date on the 29th.
okay,
And your rent needs to be caught up and your balance at zero. Otherwise, I'm letting the writ go forward.
okay, thank you.
Judge, may I present a judgment? Thank you.
Thank you. I've signed it. Say the 8th. All right. Are the rest of you guys with Haverhill on Clark? You guys? Are you with Haverhill? Everybody's with Haverhill? Well, you guys are quite a motley crew. Look at all of you. Okay, because I've got to take a break at the 15 at quarter after and leave. So I'm trying to figure, she had one more person in there she's doing.
Yeah.
But I'm only going to be off for about half an hour. Okay, here's the way I'm going to do it. You guys can like it or not. I'm just going to do it this way. I'm running the place, right, Alan?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Here's, you can, I'm glad everybody agreed, because if you hadn't, I got problems. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to come back at approximately 2:40. Is that going to be 2:45?
That's when it goes to you.
Yeah, 2:45. And then I'll hear your cases. Okay, folks, apologize about that, but things happened during the day. I got to get to this one thing. Okay? All right. What? Hold it. What do you got? You got KFC?
I bought 2 meals for my daughter.
You bought 2 meals? You didn't, one for me?
Yeah, they wouldn't let me bring it up in here, but you can have it.
No. All right, I'll see you guys in about half an hour, okay? Thank you.
Works United District Court for County of Washington, State of Michigan, and now back in session. County.
You may be seated. Apologize, folks. What I was doing took a little bit longer than I thought. Court calls the case of Arbor Woods versus Elise Franklin. Recall.
Rachel Dornbush Pallets Law on behalf of the plaintiff.
All right, she's not here, and you were going to proceed by default. You may go ahead.
Thank you. Your Honor, rent retained $5,672.14, cost of $188 for a total due of $5,860.14. We'd ask for a default possession only judgment, and Your Honor, in light of circumstances we discussed, we'd push this writ date to June 1st, 26, despite the default judgment.
All right. Judgment to the plaintiff. That is by default for possession. Redemption amount is in the amount requested with the writ to issue June 1st or thereafter. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Your
And
Honor. Have
Ms.
a great weekend.
Cornbush, have a great weekend. Happy Mother's Day to you.
Thank you, Your
Say-
Honor. Appreciate that.
All right. Bye-bye.
And to you, Miss Ingen, I see you sitting there, so happy Mother's Day to you.
Evergreen Apartments versus Jennings.
William Egan for claims.
That's. Hello,
Hi.
what's your name?
Markayla.
All right, and she was approved.
Yep, I have a balance in court costs of $2,980.07. I have a note that Ms. Jennings was approved for Hawk assistance. Your Honor, if you would adjourn for 2 weeks to May 22nd, I think it's going to be at 1 p.m.
All right. You have a problem with that? May 22nd, 2026, is that 1?
Yes.
1 p.m. All right, and you like you're be all taken care of.
Thank you.
You take care. Evergreen Apartments versus Nicosia Carlson. He's the two defendants and set Maurice Rutley.
William Egan for plaintiff.
Enough. Hello, what's your name?
Nicosia Harrison.
Your name?
Maurice Rutley.
All right. I have to give you credit before we go on. There are so many gentlemen that come up here, they're walking up here with a lady and they won't let her come through that door first. And I noticed that you did, and I have to appreciate when somebody obviously was raised right and knows what they're supposed to be doing. So I'm just gonna call it out. Okay, you're welcome. All right, where are we on this case?
I believe there is $1,600 in escrow. I have a current outstanding balance, including part costs of $4,394.97. I was able to speak with defendants. So there are some issues that they brought up concerning pests in the unit. Your Honor, they're hoping to move out as well as part of a resolution. And they're asking for a discount or an abatement. And they are asking for the escrow funds back in order to help them facilitate a move out. Your Honor, if you would set this for a final settlement conference, I'm hoping I can have my client's representative present and we can hopefully wrap it up and
Wrap it up. Okay. Okay, I've got June 2nd. Will that work or you want something sooner?
tell me if I'm wrong, but I think the move out date was gonna be like end of the month.
Got it. Do I have the
If we have to do
12?
a Friday, we can do it on a Friday. This coming Tuesday, yes.
I can do, oh, that's 2 days. I can do the 12th.
Okay, let me check.
That
my-
work.
Guys have work.
The 12th might be too soon.
Okay. I don't have any.
Well, because we have PEs the other ones, but we could do it in the afternoon
On the PE
on a
thing.
Tuesday, yeah, on the PE day, like the 19th or.
Okay, I can do the 19th or the 26th in the afternoon.
Should we do the 26th?
Want to try that? Okay.
Be the key person here.
And the final settlement conference to a special date, May 26th.
Will it be okay if one of us make it here and the other one shows up on Zoom?
Can I pick? No.
Why?
He knows who I pick. All right. Yes, we'll make that.
I know that I can show up, but I know her job probably won't be if
Oh, so you gonna be here?
I,
So I guess I was wrong. Didn't understand I wasn't gonna pick him.
I remember.
So.
Yeah, I voted. I got you.
Mr. Rutley. Oh, yeah.
All right, so what I'll do is I'll set it on the 26th. Okay. All right, you guys take care.
Sir.
All right. Gulfside Lake 1 and 2 versus Bonnie Jacques and Brandon.
I'm here, Your Honor.
Okay, hold on one quick second.
Okay. Jillian Egan for plaintiff.
All right, Mr. Jackson's here. Where are we on his case?
Your Honor, I have a balance including court costs of $3,283.19. I do have a note that there was a potential of paying about $2,400 next week, and that a Hawk application has been submitted and is.
He has a Hawk application.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, when did you meet with them?
No, I spoke with them on the phone, and they found a program that they submitted a referral to Friends Indeed for me. And I have, they're supposed to call me early next week to go over details and proceed with this.
Okay, on this, I got you, and I believe what you're saying on this wonderful little piece of paper I now get. I don't.
I also made an additional payment of $400 earlier today.
Okay.
Okay, so you paid 400 today.
And 1,050 yesterday.
How much?
1,050 yesterday and 400 today. So
Gotcha.
my balance should be like 2,800 or in that ballpark.
Right, if you take out the 400, you'll be around that 27, 28 or 28, 29 mark. Okay. So what do we want to do on this?
Your Honor, so if Mr. Jocks, are you still planning on paying the $2,400 or any portion of that next
Yes.
week?
Well, I don't know if it will be exactly next week. So I have funds that are coming that are supposed to come in next week that I'll be able to pay additional. It should be about $2,000. But the people I've been dealing with that I get payment from, sometimes things get delayed a bit. So I'm hoping that I can get to the 22nd to have this all resolved, either through assistance from Hawk and Friends Indeed, or just by paying the full balance myself.
All right.
Objection, Your Honor, to that.
I'll put it over to that date. All right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to adjourn you out to May 22nd, 2026 at 1 p.m. Okay, Mr. Jocks?
Thank you very much, sir.
Not a problem. You have a great weekend.
You too. Thank you.
Gulf Side Lake 1 and 2 versus Alicia Starr.
For Plea.
Oh, there she is. Okay. I thought I saw her, and then I'm like, where'd she? Your name?
Alicia, sorry.
All right. Where are we on her case?
Your Honor, I have a balance including court costs of $2,474.26. Ms. Sarr and I spoke. She's planning on making weekly payment Saturdays, the next 4 Saturdays, including tomorrow. She's planning on paying $500 tomorrow, $600 on the 16th. And so if we could adjourn to the 22nd at 1 p.m., we can kind of see where we're at.
Where we are at. That's okay with you?
Yes.
Okay. May 22nd, 2026, 1 p.m. All right, we'll see you then. I knew you would have a plan. All right. Gulf Side Lake 1 and 2 versus BK Sierra. The guy, okay, you just wanted to call me out when I was mispronouncing. Go, come on up here.
How you doing, Coach?
He got you too?
Yeah.
Did he yell at you like he did me?
Oh.
Oh, he was much nicer than her. Okay, all right. Okay. That's it. That's true. All right, how much is owing?
I have a balance including costs of $4,295.16. I spoke to Mr. Guerra. He said that he had called Hawk, was referred to Ozone, and then they referred him to MAP and Friends Indeed. And so he's going to pursue those. Hopefully the next week he can pay somewhere between $200 and $300 this week. Your Honor, if we could come back in a week.
Okay.
Those
Payments and see where we're at. That's good with you?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. May 15th, 2026 at 12 noon.
Perfect.
Okay. And so that way, every week I'll get to mispronounce your name. All right.
Thank you so much.
All right. You take care. Gulfside Lake 3 versus Nathaniel Caldwell.
Pleading for plaintiff.
Your name?
Daniel Caldwell.
All right, where are we on this?
I spoke with Mr. Caldwell. His assistance application was denied. But he is planning on making payments. Next week, he's gonna pay, if he can, he's gonna pay $500. And then he's gonna make another payment the week after. His employer is helping him with about $500, they think, once they get all of their, processes gone through. I have a balance including court costs. I don't think it's this of $2,060.78. Your Honor, if you would put this over to the May 22nd date at 1 p.m., that would be.
All right. Sir, would that be good with you?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. May 22nd, 2026 at 1 p.m. All right. Thank you, sir. Have a good weekend. I'm looking over here and these two are what I got left. Emmett Redwine.
Jillian Egan for plaintiff.
The hands out of your pocket. Also, all right. Where are we on his case?
Your Honor, I have a balance including court costs of $4,486.49. Mr. Redwine is planning on paying next week somewhere between $1,000 and $1,500, the same payment the following week. He thinks he can get caught up just about by the end of the month, or at least close, maybe within like $500 of the total. So if we could adjourn it to the 22nd at 1 p.m., that would be wonderful.
All right. So about 1,000 to 1,500 each week. Is that right?
Yes, yeah.
All right. Turn you out May 22nd, 2026 at 1 p.m.
Good weekend. Thank you.
All right, you do the same. Last but not least, Gulfside Lake 3 versus Erica Hall.
Thank you for plaintiff.
That's it. All right, state your name.
Erica Hall.
All right, where are we in her case?
I have a balance including court costs of $2,916.11.
Said 900?
Yes, $2,916.11. I do have a note. I spoke with Ms. Hall. Did pay $90 today. So,
okay.
And then between now and next week, she can pay, Ms. Hall can probably pay about $600, and then the following week about the same. Your Honor, if we adjourn this for 2 weeks to the 22nd at 1 p.m.
Does that work for, because we can do some weekends. So we got this one and then the next one. Okay. May 22nd, 2026, 1 p.m. Okay. It's leaving. All right. You have a good weekend. And Gulfside Lake 3 versus Michelle Goebel. That matters dismissed on plaintiff's motion without prejudice. Thank you, Ann. Thank you, Alan. Thank you, Razan. You appreciate it. And Jillian, happy Mother's Day. Do you?
Well, have a good weekend, everybody.
All right.